All right, let me just grab my notes. So, we ended the last game with a letter, a little black and red edged letter. Oh, excuse me, that appeared in front of everyone's houses. No, rooms. Rooms. The rooms when you own just one. And I think that we cut ahead of time, right, to see Amistan?
Amistan.
I'm gonna get it. I'm not good with names. I'm gonna get it. You were the first up. You were the first up to read it, right?
Yeah, I was on my way to go get my horse and my dog.
But it doesn't mean anything to you, does it?
Well, we were talking ahead of time, and we can't remember whether Brew as a joke mentioned Elmet, or whether Snorri mentioned something about the Elmet was a part of the group with Winnie who went missing. So the name, I think, would ring a bell just because of that comment.
I think, if I remember correctly, Snorri had mentioned, oh yeah, the kid. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think it was much more than that.
Yeah, no, it was a passing comment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Otherwise, I'd be looking at it going, who's Elmet? I think they put this in front of the wrong door.
And just put it to the one next to you and move on.
Or they invite everybody down to the funeral.
Okay, so after that, you head down and do your morning chores, right?
Well, I have to go get my horse and my dog. They're on a different
that's
island.
right. That's right. What was that guy's name?
Which guy?
The guy you left the horse and the wolf with.
I don't actually.
Oh, he was Bert.
Bert, yes, it was because it was going to be Bert and Ernie, but
yeah, because it was going to be Bert and Ernie. Yeah, we're real funny. Okay. Well, I will ask you. Sorry, I'm chewing.
Right.
High or low?
Low.
Uh-oh. So how do you react? You're able to get off the island, you're onto a ferry, heading towards Bert and the horse, and not Maverick, but Menace?
Menace, yes.
Yeah. How do you react when you see, quite a few more guards poking around here now than there were last night?
I'm gonna play calm. I'm not in my armor because I purposely last night took it off and everything, just been running around in regular clothes.
Right.
So I'm just gonna play cool. That's all I can do. Internally, not necessarily calm, but externally.
So you're working through the area here. Do you have anything you're doing or saying? Is there any behavior to make yourself seem a little more friendly, like you belong a little more, a little less noticeable, right? You spend a little money, you smile at everybody you meet, you pop into a place and have a beer with somebody and try and make a friend.
Actually, I was thinking I wanted to also pick up some armor and weapons, so just kind of shopping, but I don't know if they're open yet.
Yeah, I think it's a little early because you wanted to be here before the sun came up.
I don't know my character sheet actually.
Yeah, just saying hello to people.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to ask you to roll 2d6, which is going to be the reaction for kind of the guards as they kind of walk by you, take a peek. Okay. Pretty good roll. So say Amistan?
Yep.
Amistan. What is your armorless equipment setup look like? You got like the Legolas setup, you got like the Strider browns and grays.
Don't know, just your basic tunic and pants and.
Yeah, you get a few looks, but none of them seem to linger on you too long, right? you feel like you have been you've been noticed, right? You've been like clocked in the sense that like they know you're here, they've seen you, they looked at you, but they're not following you, they're not coming over and asking you what you're doing, right? Right now I think you kind of look like pretty much like a day laborer.
Good.
Yeah, and you're able to get over stable time.
So is Bert there, or is he?
Oh yeah, he's waiting for you. He's sitting out front, you know, head in his hands, kind of on his knees, just sort of bent over, looking pretty nervous. But he lights up a little when you get there. He's like, oh good. Oh, I was 3 times they've come by. 3 times. My boss isn't even here yet.
Wow. What did they say?
They're looking for, and he swallows hard. Someone. Looking for someone all night.
Wow. Well, thank you very much for your help. I'll make your day a little easier now. I'll go in and I'll get my horse and my dog. That way, you won't be in trouble with your boss. I really do appreciate your help.
Yeah, he nods. He says, well, I was up all night. I had to be here anyway. And, I tried to help. Thought maybe they wouldn't notice, right? How shaggy was, the horse whose name I have forgotten? Murphy?
Not really shaggy. Well kept.
Okay.
Is it summer? Like, I don't know what the weather is. They would have an appropriate coat for whatever the weather is.
Oh, I don't remember when we said it was. Do we remember what season we said it was?
I was teleported from it the same as the weather from the end.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't remember what we said the weather was like.
Horses, they're well groomed.
What's that?
I take care of my horses. They're well groomed.
Yeah, well, okay, so
wow, thanks, Tabby.
Murphy's got
thanks, Tabby. That's amazing.
a few spots. Yeah, a few spots that have been like dyed into him.
Oh, he's an Appaloosa now.
Yeah, he's polka dotted, and yeah, he changed up like the mane or whatever's going down the back of the neck. He's braided the tail differently. Yeah, basically anything to try and make it look a little less likely. And he's got like, I don't know what exactly it would be, right? Like a poncho or a blanket or something, some ridiculously garish colored, right? Kind of flopped over the back of him. Okay. Just trying. It makes him stand out, but it makes him look different. You know what I mean?
Yep. Well, thank you for camouflaging my horse.
Your dog was a little nervous when I tried it, but we got through it.
Well, that's good. My pet menace, good boy.
I didn't want to try camouflaging the dog.
Probably wise. He doesn't really like people touching him a lot. Once you're friends, which we can make friends, but yeah, that was wise.
Okay. Well, be safe, and if anyone asks, you were never here. But if you know anyone who needs, if you need anyone who needs stabling, we are happy to help.
Okay, I will send them your direction. What's the name of the place that I'm at? I know your name is Bert, but where am I?
I mean, now I want to just call it Ernie's. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Let's see. I never actually named it. We're going to a farm generator.
There we go.
I'll give you 3 options, and you all can pick one. So we've got Moose Ridge Ranch, Moonlight Acres, and the Windswept Gardens. Rubby Ducky, that's actually really funny.
I like the Windswept Gardens.
Yeah.
Windswept Gardens, but actually, I kind of like Rubber Ducky too. It does fit, right? Rubber Ducky, the Rubber Ducky Gardens.
Rubber Duck off.
Maybe the owner's name is Ernie.
Yeah, I think it might be. Yeah, Rubber Ducky might be our winner.
Rubber Ducky
Rubber
Farms.
Ducky
Yeah, I do think it has to be either Rubber Ducky Gardens or Rubber Ducky Acres or something, right? Rubber Ducky Farm.
Rubber Ducky Farms or Rubber Ducky Acres. Yeah.
Yeah, Rubber Ducky Farms might be the one. That might be the tech.
Okay. And the owner's name
That
is
was
Ernie.
already in my head. Rubber ducky, you're
What?
the one. You make bath time lots of fun.
Right? And Bert's just there washing the horses. He's just singing to himself.
Yes.
Good. Okay. All right. We got it. We got there.
Well, thank you very much, Bert. I'll saddle up my horse, but I'll put the blanket back over top so it looks like that's the covering.
Yeah, yeah. I know a lot about horses because I played Red Dead Redemption 2.
There you go.
Checks out.
Have specials
Funny,
on
Seems
Hobbit.
in
legit.
real life, when you pet a horse, it doesn't give the entire body a bath.
Yeah,
That
I
is
bet.
not realistic.
That would have been nice, but
Yeah, no. And if you run them through a river, they don't come out dirty. They come out clean.
I have to admit,
Right.
I haven't played the games at all, but I have watched them quite a lot because they are beautiful, especially that second one.
Yeah.
That is stunning. Like, it's like, I think it's the most beautiful game I've ever seen. I think. The visuals.
yeah. No, they
I
are
ride
really.
around for hours just listening to the horses' hooves.
All right.
Okay, so we're heading back to the island.
Yeah, I would say, you know, we cut back and we see what the other party members are doing back at the shit, not 12 golden geese. 12 golden geese.
Rename 10.
Yeah.
Myself and my new dwarf companion here are discussing how we are going to rescue his beloved, or she's dead. Do I know she's dead, or are we trying to rescue her? Actually, do I think we're trying to rescue her, or do I know she's dead? And
I think that you're not sure, right?
Yeah,
Like you
Snorri
know,
doesn't
she
even-
went missing.
Snorri, you don't even know, eh? She's missing. Yeah,
Oh.
she's missing. Right. Out of character.
I mean, I would hope that she's still alive out there somewhere.
We are to rescue the beloved of my good new friend here, and we are discussing the plan.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, and did you all notice the letters in front of your rooms?
Yes.
I'm sharing a room, so I don't know if I would have seen it first or.
The team got it.
I am not sharing a room, for I have not yet acquired someone to squire for me. It's shameful, I know. I am mingling with the common man for the day.
Who you calling common?
Everyone except me.
Yeah, what does she think? I think that you woke up to seeing Yating. She just like left it open up on, you know, like the table or whatever. And oh my goodness, sorry. I got something stuck in my throat. Hold me.
So, can I just double check? The letters were left outside our rooms in the morning when we woke up, right? That's when we got them.
Yeah, sometime late in the night. So you'd find it like first thing when you got up.
So I guess over breakfast we'll discuss that. Or at least Sorrel and Snorri will.
Yeah, I'm trying to decide if she's still there. Yeah, I think it's a better scene if she's there. So,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, so Snorri, you see Yating with these like wicked long nails. I don't know if you've noticed those before or not, right? She's just got like these intense, like inch long nails. They're blood red. And she's sort of just like drumming them on, you know, her otherwise perfect face, right? She's got like, she has like very sharp features this morning. It's kind of, I don't know if it's like striking or surprising, or if you're just like, boy, I've never really looked at her like early in the morning. You know what I mean? And she's just sort of drumming them, and she's just staring daggers at this letter, this little piece of paper that's kind of like standing up on its own, folded on the table. And she just, like, you've probably been looking at her for, you know, like 30, 45 seconds now. She hasn't blinked yet. She's just glaring at it.
You should probably trim your nails again. They're getting a little bit long there, but everything okay?
Come read this. Tell me what you think. What's your first impressions?
I'll go over and read it.
Yeah, and I told myself I would write it out, and I did not. It's very generic, right? Just like we request, the honor of your presence at the funeral of, we have his full name for the first time. It's Elmet Spargle. Require your presence at the funeral of Elmet Spargle.
That seems to hurt more now that he's got a last name. I don't know about you, but that's for me, like.
Yeah. It like gone too soon, right? In like the big raised font. And it says, what's the thing where you get the money? Not the inheritance, but right, like the thing where they give it to you.
What, probate the will?
Yeah,
Yeah,
right, like a reading of the will to follow.
The
Yeah.
last will and testament of.
Yeah. That right, it's got that underneath, right? So funeral, then will. Yeah, bribe. Right, what's the money you give before you die? The bribe, correct. So yeah, I mean, your reactions are your own, Brew. I'm curious what you think, what Snorri thinks.
I think I would know that it's the stable boy that kind of went with them on the adventure. I don't know that I would. Well, so if there's a funeral, there has to have been some evidence of his death, right?
Yeah, right? Like, you didn't hear about anyone being recovered. So that's probably... Maybe, right? Maybe that's the first thing that you think of, right? Is like, oh shit, my Winnie.
Right. Like, they must have some evidence that he's dead to proclaim that he's dead. And then that being said, I probably would be thinking, well, I know he was last seen with Winnie and her, companions, and so what's to become of them?
Right. Yeah, I mean, she's looking at you. She's definitely, you can see that she's looking at you for a reaction. She's waiting for something or fishing for something, but Yuting is otherwise silent.
Is she a thing?
Yeah, so internally processing all of this, and then externally probably like stone-faced about it and being like, well, any news of Winnie?
She says, I did wonder the same thing. And my bow vanished. Same incident.
Right.
I don't know if it's crude to have a +1 at a funeral, but I wonder if I could tag along. And the last, like, you can answer, but we begin to like vignette and fade to black on this scene, right? She smiles and she has fangs that I don't think you've ever noticed on her either.
This bitch a whole different person in the morning.
Before you mentioned the fangs, I was just thinking it's a good job my new customer is my new character is celibate, because my last character definitely would have slept with her.
Yeah. Oh wait.
Oh wait.
Oh wait.
Yeah,
yeah.
I think
And
seeing all these things, I'd be like, maybe I hadn't noticed them before simply because I hadn't known to look for those things. But then after, the conversation with Duke Cyril, it was probably like, oh shit, like maybe he's onto something.
Can't keep you down, bro. You're on it.
Well, he did tell Snorri about the extreme evil aura that she's given off, because I was suspicious and did cast Detect Evil, right?
Yeah.
On her, and she's a bad baddie.
She's a baddie?
A bad baddie, yeah. She's a proper bad one.
Do you respond, or do we just cut to black and it doesn't really matter the rest of the conversation there?
Yeah, I think I'd probably be internally debating that after kind of noting some features.
So we'll cut over to Goldspear, who was, like we followed out the door, right? And you're bending over, picking it up and lamenting that you have to fetch your own mail and cook your own food and clean your own armor or whatever.
So, yeah, well, I'm gonna when I'm reading it, I guess I'm gonna read it to Lydia, the songbird that sits on my shoulder.
Oh.
I'll be like, yeah, just instead of talking to himself in these moments when he doesn't have a squire, when he's slumming it and he's not got a squire, he'll just read to the birds. Lydia, this
Yeah.
is most curious. To the funeral of a lad who we don't know. I guess it's because of our status. I suppose we must go. Duty calls, of course. For the crown, we are representative, I guess, of the crown, and so yeah, this is his internal. It's an internal monologue that he has externally with a bird sitting on his shoulder.
Yeah, he's like, well, very important. Very important.
So of course they want us to go. They heard we were here. There's a funeral. They want me, of course. Sorrel Goldsby. I'm a paladin of the crown, of the church, of. Oh.
Actually amazing, right? Like, well, I don't think it's weird at all. What do you mean? I'm very important. Of course I'm wanted here.
Yeah, that's exactly his attitude.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they want me there? They probably want me to
beautiful.
make a speech, of course.
It's so good. I love it.
You're gonna go prepared to speak.
I better prepare in case they want me to perform the entire ceremony.
He's gonna go. He's gonna conduct the eulogy. Why would they not? Want him?
Yeah.
Of course.
I never met Helmet. Spargle.
Elmet was a good lad, or so they tell me. Of course.
Oh, it's good. It's so good.
Yeah, so I guess he's going to prepare a speech just in case he's running the funeral.
Hi, Squid.
You're Squid.
Squid in chat. Squid in chat. Okay, so I think then, right, that Anastan makes it back without any other incident, you know, and the party's up and the party's moving. Just gonna go ahead and do this real quick. Don't worry about that.
Snorri, I see you. I saw you reading. You'll have the. Did you get the same invite to this funeral here in the town? Did you know this lad? The boy Element?
Knew him,
Am I
yeah.
back in this or?
Yeah, you're back. You'd be coming in basically at breakfast, I think. Right, everybody's downstairs.
Yeah,
You
I did.
knew
Is
that.
this Elmet person, Snorri? Is this the person you mentioned yesterday?
Yeah, he was some stable boy. Didn't know him too much. I just know that he was with my Winnie before they went for the last time that I saw her.
Poor lad. See, a stable boy is a honest profession. It's like a squire boy of the peasants.
True.
So why did we get these invites? I mean, Cyril, you and I appeared out of nowhere, and we get these letters appearing. Like, what? I don't understand. Any ideas? Nothing? Do you have any ideas?
Amastan, my good sir, I got an invite because I am Duke Sorrel Goldspear IV. You I cannot speak for. That is something of a mystery. I don't know who you are, but perhaps the funeral traditions here are to just invite everyone. I don't know. I think maybe I'm performing the ceremony.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
Like heavy sarcasm in the room.
Yeah, massively.
Who wouldn't want you there?
Yeah, and I think right, somebody slips by, somebody who works there, right? And just says, "Oh, interesting. You said these were they're in your rooms? They got delivered to you?"
Yeah.
And he's just nosing in, right? He works there, but he's nosing in. It's your call.
Yeah, did you not get one?
Well, no, but I don't know. Whoever dropped him off must be here because I didn't bring that in with the mail this morning or yesterday.
Are there other people here staying here? I mean, I've just come in and out. I haven't seen anybody other than the people I know.
Oh yeah, we're almost fully booked. I'm just around. It's just, weird.
Looking
Maybe,
around, would I notice anybody that's like out of place?
Yeah, go ahead and we've been doing this for. Do a wisdom check. I think roll a d20 under your wisdom score.
How would I do that? Just go.
If you just roll a d20,
Okay.
we can just compare it manually. But if you wanted to roll it based on the, oh, there he is. You just wanted to roll it based off the character sheet. If you scroll down to, oh, interesting. I thought there was a die on these. Yeah, no, that's weird. There's not a macro as part of that. I would have expected the worst. Yes, you just have to.
14.
Oh yeah, you got it. 14. Your wisdom was a 12. Okay, so the camera does a slow pan across the room, and in the very middle of it, right, we just have like a real like close shot of Yating, just grinning, right, with like these blackish green scales coming up their neck, right? But when you look, you just look, right, and you just it does not filter for you. You know what I mean? You just keep right going. You look right past it, and you're just like, I don't know. Room seems pretty normal, right? But that we'd be like specifically dialing up the tension and the horror
Literally
aspects.
turn it into like Medusa or something over here.
Yeah, feeling pretty good. I mean, there's definitely a couple people in here, but nobody that sticks out like that.
I don't know who would have delivered him. Looks like a typical crowd here.
Dave. Not necessarily at the same time as she's checking out the place. Sorry, as he's checking out the place. Sorry, I'm gonna perform at will, like I can, detect evil on the room, just right out in front of me. Like,
Sure.
I've got no fear. I don't have to do it like on the sly. Like, I've got no fear of doing a detect evil. I've got every right to do detect evil. You know what I mean? In front of all these people, and I'm just gonna cast that right here in front of me.
Sure.
I don't know
So
if
I
it's a
think
casting, if I have to do anything, because it's an innate ability as a paladin. So I don't know if I have to do anything, or I just focus and I know.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think when we looked at it, you just get it. I think when we
people
looked
know
at
that I'm
it,
doing it.
it was more. It was. Oh, sorry.
Is there like a verbal component to that, or?
I'm going to bring up the book and have a look.
Yeah, I mean, I would rule that it's probably fairly obvious because you get more information the longer you focus.
Yeah. I would have thought so.
Yeah, you can ask the room out loud if anyone is anyone evil.
No, but that's not what I'm doing. I'm not like standing going, is anyone in here evil? Just wondering. No, I want it to be like, if it is at all subtle, then he's doing it subtly, but I don't know how much it is. I'm having a quick look at the paladin description, because it's right there in the first bit, like, paladin can detect the presence of evil intent up to 60 feet away by concentrating on locating evil in a particular direction. He can do this as often as desired. So no, it's not obvious. All he's doing is concentrating.
Yeah. Well, the detect evil spell, verbal somatic material, duration 1 turn plus 5 rounds per level, casting time 1 round, area of effect 10 foot. So, and then the other thing we talked about last time was like you'll get the degree of evil, faint, moderate, strong, or overwhelming, possibly its nature, but it doesn't reveal an awful lot unless they are, real powerful creatures.
Yeah.
And I rule that it's a little subjective to their current state as well. So I think we said last time we got moderate for Yating, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I would say you're probably getting somewhere between faint and moderate still from them, but you still do not get a like they are not actively wishing you harm. They are not plotting against you. You would just be left with the feeling of, oh, they're a bad person, right? Like at their core, they won't help me if the chips are down.
What about anyone else around?
I think that's fair to ask. Let's see.
Because I'm just focusing in a direction, and that's just in front of me where everybody is.
Yeah. So I'm going to say there's 6 people in the bar. I'm going to roll 66. If any of them get a 6, they are detecting as evil. So no, actually, it's a room full of neutrals and goods. So you're feeling pretty good about the folks around you.
So
That one is probably you.
So yeah, picture he was just like, yeah, it's me. So picture he's just like, look, he was just looking in the direction, and then he just closed his eyes, and that's him concentrating, and then he just opens his eyes, kind of has a wee glance around the room, and just nods silently to himself. He's happy, satisfied.
Yeah.
He already knows about your thing.
Right.
Strokes his mustache.
What would the party like to do? This information.
When is the funeral? Today.
Yeah, I mean, I would probably say. I don't think it's. I can't decide. It's either late today or it's early tomorrow. So I'll flip a coin. 1 late today, 2 early tomorrow. So okay, so it is late today. So it arrived in the night, and it's like late this evening. You know what I mean? It's like 7 p.m. It's a pretty late funeral, especially for a reading afterwards.
Thank goodness it wasn't in the morning, because I'm not a morning person.
So Duke Sorrel will turn to Snorri and say, So Snorri, it appears that we are not required for attendance at the funeral of the young lad until later on in the evening. So, do you have any clues or any leads to the whereabouts of the disappearance of your beloved? And shall we start to look and sniff them out?
No real leads. I know that Yating was kind of looking a little caught up in thoughts this morning when the letter arrived. A little bit worried, maybe. I don't really have much more to go off of. I mean, we could go talk to Helmet's parents maybe during the service, but
So he's going to speak.
I don't know.
Speaking more a bit quietly now, because he generally has quite a loud and obnoxious tone, and everybody in the room hears him. So he's speaking more quietly now. He'll say, "Well, the lad was a companion, as I understand, of your beloved, and they are burying him.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
whoever's burying him, they found him somewhere. Maybe we should talk to the church." So that's my train of thought. Anyway, my camera's fucking up. That's my train of thought. Anyway, I'm thinking somebody's doing a funeral for him, so we should take a visit to the church, wherever that is being held, and go talk to whatever priest is apparently holding a funeral for him, because they know, or they're at least saying they know something if they're burying him, and they disappeared together or they went off together and haven't been seen. So I think something we can do without going too far today and still be, you have to stay here in town or whatever because of this funeral tonight. We could go speak to the person at the church and see who,
Not a bad idea.
who they're burying. You know what I mean? They're doing a funeral.
Yeah.
Let's at least talk to them.
I think maybe depending on his funeral arrangements, perhaps look at the body, maybe get some clues from that where they were last at.
Well, I want to know where they got this
Might
body.
happen. I don't know. They gotta have something to know that he was dead. There's some evidence there. I mean, I haven't heard anything about Winnie, but something's just not sitting right.
So right at this point, because I don't want to bring any knowledge in that we don't have. Is Amastan aware that his sister was a companion of this missing group at this
Yeah, I
point?
think that was part of the discussion with Snorri yesterday. Was I mentioned Alicia, and and Snorri said, "Oh, she was a part of this group."
Okay, so
Yeah, because we were figuring out how we all were brought here and for what purposes.
Okay, so I'll look to Amastan then and say, "What do you think?"
Yeah, I'd like to find out, and if Elmid is our link to the group with Winnie and Alicia, and what was the other gentleman's name? Rx?
Elmit?
Rx.
Rx?
Oh, Rx.
Then, yeah, maybe go take a look and see what if anybody can help us. I'd also like to get some new armor and weapons and stuff. If we find a store along the way. Snorri, do you know of a place?
I mean, for the right price, I know of a place.
Fair enough. Should have known better.
That's one of those little comments that Snorri keeps saying that I have to just let go over my head. I know he's referencing something shady that I shouldn't know about.
Right, we cut to the next scene where Snorri's like, "No, I meant that literally. goods and services can be exchanged for money. So, like, they won't just give it to you for free.
I'm just trying to lighten your load with that coin purse of yours.
Yes.
I need to bring up my
This
character
isn't
sheet, see
actually
if I...
that heavy, so thank you for your concern. But
I think
It's
I have
been
some nice
lightened well.
valuable items, but I don't have a lot of money on me.
I got these great jade animal figurines.
where
true.
did you get those from?
Don't know, don't care, but I got them.
I've just got
Somebody
this sword.
just
It's
happened
just
to
like a
slip it
+2
into my
giant
room
slave
one
or something.
Is that how you want to rule that? I wasn't sure if you guys traded in the game or not. So you
No, I think we traded
Flat.
it.
I don't
items?
think I would have given him like
Yeah.
in game. I don't know that I would have given him.
we don't even know if you like
okay.
each other
Powerful
yet.
ass weapon, barely
Okay.
knowing him.
No, we did it in
Okay.
character creation, like when we rolled them. We did it. We swapped in character creation.
okay?
'Cause
Okay, cool.
I don't
yeah,
know.
yeah.
She would be giving
So
me
the-
stuff like that. Now that
so
she's
these
met me.
weird-
He's
Yeah, these
met me,
weird
sorry.
creatures just showed up.
Oh,
How much time have you spent looking at them, Snorri?
None.
Oh, okay.
I
mean, now-
probably would
now
have
that
thought
you-
maybe like Yating got him for like for soon to be child.
Oh,
You
and
know.
you've just been hanging on to them?
Yeah, like baby stuff, and I was like, man, these are kind of nice, and maybe like picked them off the table.
Snorri, you piece of shit.
I mean,
Stealing
I don't
from a
know.
baby. Oh, I love that. Do you take time to look at him now that you're talking about it, or do you just like think about him and laugh and keep moving?
I mean, I might like take one out and look at it and show it off like it's some hot
Nice.
shit.
Okay, cool.
the
Yeah, hold on, let me just get like a random animal chart.
just while we're on the items we got in that character creation, I got the other beauty item I got was red dragon scale mail armor. Now,
Yeah.
am I right in thinking that red dragon's breath weapon is fire, and having armor or a shield made out of it gives you some degree of fire resistance?
Right.
Oh, that's just beautiful. And this +2 giant slayer sword that I'd rolled so well for, what a roll that was. I'm so proud of that one.
I think the only
Brew,
way
go-
to find out about your armor is to go mess with the dragons and see if it's
See if it'll work.
fire-resistant. Yeah.
Well,
Go ahead and roll a D100, Brew.
red dragons are traditional evil. Let's go get one. A small one.
15. Okay, so it's a rabbit. So you pulled the rabbit figurine out.
Yeah, that's gotta be like extra lucky. Jade is lucky, and then rabbits are like lucky.
Yeah, so do you take it out, you showing it to him, or you take it out and you're looking at it yourself? Like, man, these are cool. Where'd they...
Yeah, I'd probably be like looking at it a little bit, and then like you know, like check this out. This is my bunny rabbit right here.
Oh. I guess I would be quite impressed because I am, you know, quite like of the upper classes, and I'm a tough, and I'm into like posh things and ornaments and decorations and jewels and stuff. So I'd be, oh yes, they are quite exquisite. That's quite a wondrous thing, a work of art, a thing of beauty it is.
Yeah. And so somewhere between the two of you, and Amistan, I don't know if you care about this at all, you notice there are like a bunch of runes that have been expertly carved into like all four of its feet and like the underbelly.
How big is each figurine?
Not very large.
So any kind of
No.
anything like that.
Two
then
inches.
So anything like that is really intricately carved. Then.
I feel like I'd look at it and think it's like in Toy Story where Woody has Andy's name on his boot.
Right, right.
It's the owner's like initials or somebody just carving something in like a branding.
Right, little maker's mark.
Yeah.
Next time would look at it and wonder and like notice the fine workmanship. And I'm just wondering, would he have run across something outside the world that's here that looks like that? Would it be familiar to him?
Talk me through a little about your clan's like religious structure. Like kind of gods, if any, do you worship? What sort of like, you know, faith do you have?
Not really a lot of faith, or more about nature than anything else, and seeing other people around and listening and hearing things, but it's more about Mother Nature and understanding that there must be some control over things, but not so much a realized faith like Freya or something like that. Or
Yes.
not against it,
Yes.
not unbelieving, but just not something they're used to. But they would have possibly in the travels have seen things, seen
Yeah.
runes, seen markers, and that's why I was wondering, in the world that Amistan came from, would they have seen that? The dragons heard of me, but would that mean that I have seen some of this world's workmanship, or are those jade things from here, or were they made outside and came here? So that's why I was asking
Right.
Mr. DM.
Yeah, I would say so let's decide. So your faith is very just nature based, right? It's seemingly very holistic.
Yeah.
But there are other barbarian clans that are more like totemic or runic. And I think that that's probably what this reminds you of. I don't think you recognize this in particular, especially because of like the material it's been made out of, but you've seen the quality of these sorts of things where like, you know, a warrior will like, you know, either worship or carry along with and pray to, right? Like an aspect of an animal, right? To embody it, right? Like, so you might worship, you could worship like, you know, the rabbit either to be like, you know, fast and quick, right? Or for like reproductive blessings, things of that nature.
The bear.
So if you wanna-
Yeah, I've seen people do similar things, but this doesn't look to me as if something I've seen before, and I don't know that I've seen this green stone before.
Right.
Well, I would know probably as a dwarf with more like stonemasonry and stuff, kind of what stone it is, right? Like,
Mhm.
what it's
Yeah,
made.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I would say there's definitely, you know, dwarven empires that have excavated and worked with jade. Like you said, I think the lucky thing makes a lot of sense. I would also say the like the very like what is it?
Fertility?
No, I'm trying to think of a game and I just can't. I think it's Legend of the Seven Rings. Am I thinking of the right one? They use jade to protect against like the approaching darkness, like rot, basically, like the evil undead. Jade protects you against that. I think it's Legend of the Seven Rings.
I like totemic animals. It's really cool. Like you see, rabbits for luck or rabbits for fertility, bear for strength,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
owls for wisdom.
Legend of the Five Rings.
It's
My bad.
cool,
My
like-
bad. But yeah, I would definitely say Snorri, you're familiar with, you know, jade as a material, right? And then some people would use it either to ward off evil or you know, just be lucky, be like a lucky charm.
It's a protection from rabbits.
It's definitely protection against rabbits, Phil.
I definitely think this looks like a were-rabbit. For sure.
I mean, OOC, of course, but maybe it's got like something like some animal control things, and each one's different type of animals, or affinity to animals, or talk to animals, or, you know, when I see those runes on them, they look magical, like they do things there.
Would I happen to know an appraiser or a trader based off of the work that I would have done in the past, like with the artifact and everything too?
I would say you definitely know the same. You know, oh, thank you, Is it Sonrat?
Peace, Sunrat.
Sonorat. Yeah, thank you for hanging out. Appreciate it. I would say. Sorry, I lost my. You know, Leon and Lara Tulper because you actually came through their basement, right? Because that was sorry, you didn't come through their basement. That was the safe house that you and your brother used, though, because you did ride the train up to a certain point, and then you slipped off the back of it and came through the old tunnels. So you know the consortium and you have dealings with them, which is actually what I figured you were going to have Amistan meet, right? Because they can get pretty much anything for a price.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if we're going to somebody that's shady and stuff, then I probably would get these appraised at that time.
Oliver, thank you for subscribing to the Electric Dice Podcast.
Happy anniversary, babes.
Yeah. And we spam the long boys. So I would say they could pull double duty for you, right? You can buy some armors and weapons and do the thing.
Okay.
I don't
Well,
think
we want to head over there.
I don't think
I
I'm
think
going
it's,
to need to get anything. I'm well equipped. I somehow managed to
yeah.
roll this like +2 two-handed sword that's called Giant Slayer or something. What a roll that was.
I'll take out another animal and start showing it off. I'm just kidding.
For anybody that doesn't know, I rolled the Jade Animals and Brew rolled this super amazing sword and we swapped.
I can't be one-upped right now.
we swapped the character creation. She rolled that amazing sword, not me.
Go ahead and roll another D100, Brew.
Oh god.
What was the reason you guys swapped? We figured that it would be too heavy for her to carry, or for Snorri to carry.
I probably had no use for it because I wasn't proficient in it.
Just generally a two-handed sword for a paladin is
God,
like...
we're having a real theme tonight. So this one's a possum.
Protection from dying.
Protection from possums. Not an opossum, but a possum. So
Right, sorry to stop you for a second, but are those different things? Yeah, a possum and an opossum.
Yeah.
Like Kansas and Arkansas, right? They're different, eh?
Well, those are the same. Don't worry.
I'm joking.
So there are. So I found this cool book, which you all will hate, and it lets me check to see the prices of goods in a town when adventurers are inflating the prices of things because they're throwing lots of money around.
Oh, nice.
Oh no.
Which is just
Throwing any money around in this town yet?
Only my way. Take end of here.
It's about that time.
Thanks, handsome.
It's funny. I hadn't pulled up the the multi-stream. I had to do that still, and so then when I did, you had just walked away, and it was like, "Hey, it's your anniversary," and I was like, "Damn it, he walked away." All right, so you're gonna roll a 2d6 plus 1, Goofin. Higher is better.
2d6 plus 1. Like that?
Okay, so things are a little hectic right now with prices, goods, objects, service. Yeah, it's going to be. Would you say it was 75 for chain normally?
Yes.
Okay, so we're up to 110 right now.
Okay.
However, they'll make sure it fits you. They'll fix it up for you and whatever, right? They're assured you many times, like, no, it's not stolen. It's okay. Just from far away. Good quality make.
Okay. Sorry. Now I'm trying to figure out the different weapons. Where would I find them? I was doing so well finding all my stuff, and you got ahead of me.
Sorry. We're jumping all around.
I just only had another look over my character sheet today and reminded myself how good some of my equipment is. That sword and that armor just makes me look the part being a paladin, eh?
Just makes you want to run into combat.
Straight into the dragon's fire.
Just
Straight into the dragon's fire.
listen. If that dragon's evil right now, I'm smiting it. Just call me Mr. Smite.
You guys help. Where do I find the weapons that I can get?
Equipment list. Chapter 6, equipment list, and then weapons.
There we go. That was it.
So Snorri, Lara, who you know is actually in charge of the shop, right? Never leave a man alone in charge of the shop. It won't go well.
Nope.
She says, just how deep are Just how deep are his pockets?
Oh, pretty deep. I mean, I took 10 gold, I think, from him pretty easily. So
We jacked up the prices 30%. Didn't even blink.
probably could have gotten 50. I mean, I probably could have asked him for more, and he would have given it freely.
But he's one of your friends? See, you walked in together.
Yeah, I mean, he's helping me try to find Winnie, you know. Been rough, but they seem like
Right.
decent folk.
Let him know he's really good for his word. If he's got all the gold he says he does, we can take him in the back, let him take a peek, but the cost is the cost. You know these items. Can't sit on them for long, so we have to move them.
Alright, I'll wave over at Amistan. Your coin purse is deep, and we've got some items in the back that they're willing to show you if you're looking for something a little different.
Well, I would appreciate that.
Yeah. Leon comes over, says, we don't let just anybody in the back of the room, you know, it's going to be 25 gold to get in the back and take a peek. We can't risk everybody finding out what we've got back here. Selection is limited. However, you'll be the only one we'll be showing these items to today.
I appreciate that. What is it? Or lead the way, I guess. We haven't gone yet.
Yeah. Right, and he's just like got a little like scratch pad, right? So he's like 110 chainmail. Back, you know, private viewing, 25 gold, right? He's just like running the tally.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have each of you roll me a D percentile, and then it will trigger at least one, maybe two more rolls from that. Where there's some items back here, some magical items that Lara and Leon have stumbled into.
What are we rolling?
D100. Sorry, D percentile.
Okay. I wondered when you said percentile, what that's usually 100.
Yeah, just it's the shorthand name for it. I'm just used to saying it.
You want us all to do it?
Yes. Yep. We're gonna generate 3 magic items.
Okay.
And so theoretically, like everyone is capable of buying these. You know, should they want, if they have the money. It's just it might only be Amistan who
Oh my
can
god, these
afford it.
rolls.
Yeah. So it's the percentile because like you generate, you know, with the 2 10s, you generate a number between 1 and 100.
How you gonna one-up me again, Oliver?
I'm sorry. It's
53, 40, and 41. 3, 40. You know what's amazing is 40 and 41 are 2 different things, though. Okay, so
Well,
we
maybe
got
not. They're the
so we
same.
got-
They could fight over it.
we got rings, rods, and girdles and helms.
Oh, you know that girdle. Oh.
You know that girdle. Rings, rods, and girdles and helms. All right, so let's see. Rings was 40, so whoever got the 40. Rings, go ahead and roll first a d6. Okay. And then a d20. Thanks, Squid. Thanks for hanging out.
Ice Squid.
Okay. All right, and now, lucky you, one more, a D4 as well. Okay, so just remind me. I'll explain more about it in a minute. Just remember, it's a red ring.
Okay.
All right, so rings, rods. Who got the rod?
You didn't tell us what they were.
Oh, sorry, it was the 41.
Yeah,
Zero.
I got the 41. Right. What am I rolling?
All right, so you're gonna roll the D20.
Watch me roll a winner.
Okay. And then a D2, please. Got a 2? Okay. So it is a rod with arcane runes on it, as opposed to divine on it.
Not
And then
any
finally,
good to me.
it was the 53, right?
Yep.
All right, so the 53 girdles and the helms. Girdles, hats, helms.
I like them.
That's a D20, please. D20 for a 5. Ooh, very nice. So we're gonna start right there because knowing you and seeing what you're doing, they rush you right over to this item. They say, "We've been waiting for someone we thought was worthy to have this. Someone who could utilize it correctly, and you know they tip their hands a little bit. They could afford it. Can't just give this away. It's dangerous work, smuggling items behind enemy lines. But we need to know it was going to be used by someone good." Someone honest, truthful. Mostly somebody who wouldn't rat us out. You get it.
I will not rat you out.
Of course not. Because we're going to help you out here. We're going to make sure that all the chips are down. You're still standing. Lord, hold on, sorry. I don't. Here. All right, so I need you to roll a D100. Goofing.
Yep,
Why
47.
is with these mid rolls
7.
every time?
Yeah. I mean, it's not the absolute bottom. So there is here just describe it because they actually know what this one is. This belt looks similar to ordinary belts, but is imbued with very powerful magic. When worn, it increases the physical prowess of the wearer, giving them the strength of a giant. To determine how strong the wearer becomes, roll a percentile, consult the table below. So you got stone giant strength belt. So it would be like a, like
20.
a tough, a tough, heavy gray, right? With like a kind of a pebbly texture. And I imagine it would be kind of like flanked with, like some mountain goat yak, you know what I mean? Shaggy sort of fur, right? And maybe just like a little bull horns, right? But it's a gnarly piece of work.
So what does that do to my stats on my character sheet, just so we don't forget?
If you are to buy it, what's that?
If I'm not mistaken, 'cause I'm just such a fan of this, it's strength 20, right?
Yeah, it's strength 20. Yep, for that one.
Buy it.
Yeah,
at
it's
any cost.
strength
What
20.
would the price be of this belt? It looks very attractive.
What was the question?
What would the price be, sir?
Yeah, I gotta bump it up again. That is going to be. That will be 6,500. It's a chunk. It's a chunk of change.
It is.
Out of character, buy it at any cost.
It
If you've got
Well,
the money,
that's what
buy
I'm
it.
thinking.
gives you a +3 to hit and a +8 to damage.
If you can't buy it, steal it.
Man, I thought that was expensive, and then I looked at your character sheet. You got
Dave, is
Yeah.
it only
God.
fighter classes can wear them?
So I got lots of cash to spend.
Yeah.
What classes can wear it, Dave? Is it only fighter?
It was a few actually.
Because I'm a ranger person, so
Ranger's a subclass of fighter, so you may or may not be able to wear it.
I figured it was okay. It's priest,
so.
rogue, and warrior.
Yeah, so warrior, so anything within warrior, that includes me as paladin. And
Yeah.
any of us could wear that, actually. Better watch
Yeah.
that sneaky dwarf doesn't steal it.
It's a heck of an item.
I could just
So, like,
take it
I
off your
can go
waist
from
with the coin
13 to
pouch.
20 when I'm wearing it.
Yeah. Yeah, and then the best part is you can pick up rocks and throw them like giants can.
With +8 damage.
It's a very good one. Well, rather, it's a very good magic item.
Oh, yeah. What
All
do
I see right now is like that Lord of the Rings scene where Ghibli's like, "Throw me,"
Right, except you can
Offering a
actually do
crop
it.
What's your strength? What's your character's strength right now? Go 13.
13.
That's a priceless item for you. Priceless.
Yeah, because 13 is one of my weakest.
The strength 20.
Yeah.
Like, it's not just hill giant, it's stone giant. That is a item that, any of us would love to have that. What is my strength?
Take that off your hands.
I'm sorry?
I believe Sora will take that off your hands.
Excellent. Thought you might like it, seeing
What an item.
so certainly a strong, strapping young lad on your own, but why not use the powers of the giants against them? Why not arrive and make sure you are heard and seen? This makes every stick a big stick.
So that was 6,000 even, or
6,500.
6,000?
How much money have you got?
Plus tip.
Okay, the other thing I wanted to do was upgrade my weapons.
Now, while
Yeah.
this mud worshipper is throwing around all this money, I'm just kind of like eyes to the ground, just shuffling nervously back a bit, because although I may have all these fancy weapons and everything, I'm actually not carrying much money at all with me, so I'm feeling a little bit humble.
Well, that's okay. That's you got in the room because they had the money.
Yeah, I'm feeling a little bit humbled by this, so I'm just kind of very quiet at the moment.
Where's the best place to record the +3 hit and the +8 damage?
Change your strength to 20 on the actual prime
I did
stats, so
that.
that'll change everything for you.
Yeah, it won't.
I see. It went for +8 and plus damage and hit. Okay, I get it.
So that's adjusted
Oh,
all
really?
your attack rolls and everything. Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. I didn't think it scaled that fast. Jeez.
I know the guy that built the sheet, Dave.
What's that?
I know the guy that built the character sheet.
Yeah.
My weight allowance is now 535. Apparently, I could lift a lot.
Yeah. No, you just got absolutely jacked.
Stone giant strength. Woo! Not bad for a mud worshipper.
They worship the earth.
Mud, earth, same thing.
Yeah. True.
See, even the dwarf agrees with me.
Yeah, y'all are getting fat stacks. So is this money that you have left, the 12,000, or did you cut that in half?
Well, hold on. I haven't taken. Well, I spent 6610 off of that. Hold on. You're not gonna look at my purse. You just go away. Don't base the value based on my purse.
Oh, I got to keep an eye on this. Let's make sure.
Yeah, base it on my purse instead.
Yeah, no, that's good.
I spent
Yeah,
all
the
my
other
money in
the other two,
character
there's a ring that honestly they're swearing is magic, and it's like it's a little it's got a little extra heaviness to it, right? And it's warm to the touch, certainly, but it has no engravings, no gems. So you're not 100% sure. Like, they definitely swear it's magic, but yeah, maybe.
You said it was red.
I'm gonna hold it over a fire and see if any script shows up on the inside of the ring.
So as you hold it over the fire, you notice it is not getting any warmer, although you yourself are, right? Like, if you hold it with one hand, right, and then transfer it to the other one, it feels the same temperature, even though your hand is... You know what I mean?
All right.
So there must be some kind of enchantment on it.
Keep it secret. Keep it safe.
Dave, is there a specific name for this belt?
It is a belt of stone giant strength.
I'll try and put it on, and then if it doesn't stack with my armor, we know that it's a ring of fire resistance. I'll try and put it on, it doesn't go. Then we know.
Yeah.
It's like a tiny little pinky ring for you.
And then finally the ring, or sorry, not the ring, the rod had arcane runes on it. Just double check description.
Don't think it's going to be usable by any of us.
Yeah, it's kind of straightforward. None of you are magic, huh?
No. Well, I'm a paladin, so I have priest spells, but no, it's not arcane magic.
Yeah,
Divine
yeah.
magic.
Yeah, and that's what he would ask. He would just, hey, is anybody magic? No, nobody's magic. He says, my understanding is it's a bit of a lightning rod for magic, but I know it doesn't always work well with others around. So I'd be cautious. But it doesn't sound like it will be dangerous for you to use. It might, in fact, be quite handy to have this ace in the hole when a errant wizard comes by.
I'm just having a look at the class description for paladin and see what my spell progression is.
How much for the ring?
The ring. Oh, the ring.
Yeah,
Thing.
it's not for a while.
I'll be back in a second.
The ring, well, it is not the most complicated of spells, but certainly it is impressive. I would say 4,000 gold. Protection from fire.
Nice.
Bit of elemental resistance, fire resistance.
I could afford like 1% of that.
They try to get it on layaway.
You want to give me a 99% discount? I can maybe snag it.
If only you had something useful for me to hold as collateral, Snorri. You know I like you.
I know.
But I'm worried you'll take it, and then your brother will take it from me, or from you, and then it will not be mine anymore.
I haven't seen Eagle in days, man. Days.
Well, he must not need anything yet, yes?
I guess.
How much was the ring? Sorry, I was away.
I think 4,000.
Yeah. Bring back second edition, you got it. Second edition, here we are.
Here we
Thaco.
are.
I would help contribute Snorri, but my pockets aren't that deep.
No, I don't think I need it. I got a pretty hardy, you know.
Well, it is the cheaper of the two items left. The rod, very potent, very powerful, cannot be detected by wizards. 7,500 gold. The ring, a bargain. 4,000 for protection from flame.
Perhaps a trade. What can you tell me about these animal figurines I've got?
Well made. Very well made. Interesting. Where did you come about these?
You know, just happened upon them.
Sure, I understand. Fell off a truck, bottom of a well. I get it. So when you hand them over, do you just hand the rabbit, or do you hand like the bag that they're in?
Yeah, it's a box of them. I don't know how many were in the box.
Oh,
I
it's
don't
a
think we ever
box.
said.
That's right. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, depending on how many are in there, I might only pull out a few, but if it's, you know, like 12 or something.
Okay. So you pull out a few just to show.
Yeah.
Okay. So go ahead and roll 3d100 for me real quick. Because the possum.
Individually?
Yeah. Well, no, you can roll them all at once. That's fine. So the possum and the rabbit are out. And then we get a lion, a whale, and a shark. Getting a lot of water themed ones. And like both Lara and Leon are looking now, and they like Snorri, where I know you hate it when we ask this, but please now, where did you find this? And then they reach in.
Let's just say a friend's room.
Okay. So they pull out a panda, a dog, a woolly mammoth,
Ooh.
and a dingo. And then they're like, look, and they say right, one says something to the other, and they're like, I don't know that it stops. I think we could draw animals on this for forever. It's just got the same amount of weight. Look. And they open it up, right? And there's just like a couple pieces in there. But they like, you go to grab it and to pick one up, and it's just like seamless editing. You know what I mean? Where you pick one up and then you go back and look and there's just the same amount in there.
Oh shit.
Right? And now they pulled.
Oh.
They pulled the god figurine.
And they, right? And it, okay, we have to establish something about the world right now. So they pulled out a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Oh.
But the question is, are they real? Right? Is there somewhere in the world where dinosaurs still exist? Or is this just things that people know existed? Right?
Looks like a maimed dragon to me.
Mastica.
Yeah. And they're just like, right? And this one's like way bigger. You know what I mean? And they're like, oh. And put it down. Like, that's really cool. So there's something here that we're not fully understanding. Snorri, I'm going to go ahead and put all of these back in the box except the dinosaur one, because that's really cool. And I don't know that you might want to put this back. I'll let you do whatever you do. If you want to sell it to me, yes, I'm interested. Especially about this one. Right, it holds up the dinosaur.
What would you be willing to offer?
Oh, what are you looking for?
I mean, it's endless, so the coin should be endless in return.
You, of course, understand I cannot give you endless coin.
You could give me endless items in your shop.
I could give you a decent amount of credit and something today.
All right.
But I don't want to run into trouble. Oh, oops. I let my friend borrow your dangerous box of magical items. Go kill him. No. You don't tell anyone this came here. You lost it, not me.
I don't even know that the person knows that it's missing.
Okay. Well, what's the deal? Got some credit? You want anything today?
I'm perking up at the thought of credit, like, because I see a lot of nice items in the store, but I'm not able to buy anything. What's the credit scheme like? The good paladins of good churches get credit in here? People who are of noble birth? I'm 27th in line to the throne.
Yeah, I mean, they just sort of look at Snorri like, well, Snorri's the one with the open line right now, so you tell me, Snorri, do whatever this is of noble birth get credit?
Yeah, I mean, it helps me in my journey to get Winnie.
Very good, then. We can split it evenly, or we can say there's 6,000 gold pieces in the account. Can I get you today?
Well, I mean,
what was that?
The belt of stone giant strength is already bought. I don't think there's any more items that I really need that is going in. Like, your rod's no use to me.
Is the credit in addition to one of the items, or is the credit what we would be using right now to get one of those items?
Basically, it's like if you want a normal item, they'll just throw that in the pot. Right now, you've got 6K line of credit. So if you didn't spend all of it, you'd still have some open. Or if you just want to like cash out for 6 gold, I guess today, Probably can't get all of it. You can get a chunk though.
Oh, yeah, no, I'd say let's leave the line of credit open because we never know what'll come here. But I bet you throw in some healing potions.
Nice.
Leon's specialty. Yes, yes. Small, medium, or large?
Large, baby.
Yes, very good. We'll wrap that up for you. That one's on us. I'm keeping this dinosaur.
All right.
All right, so everyone will get 1 healing potion,
Yes.
and then
Nice
there will
work,
be
Snorri.
2 of the very good ones. The what the heck are they called?
What's the like? Do we know how good it is, the potion?
Yeah, I'm trying to find the.
Just note it down now, because
thing,
we'll
right?
forget later.
Yeah.
All of us.
Yeah, no, that's cool. We'll write it down.
You said with mine there was a potion of healing and a potion of extra healing.
Yeah, I don't know why I couldn't find that on the chart this time. So the healing is 2d4 plus 2,
Nice.
which everybody has 1 of those. And then there are 2 extra healing, and the extra healing are 3d8 plus 3. Or you can sip it in thirds like Oliver was talking about before. So 5 potions total. That's just for the dinosaur.
That's pretty sweet. Like, but no,
Like a little flexibility.
the credit only just perked my ears up. There's nothing actually that I need. It was only when there was a couple of really cool items going about, but anything
Yeah.
that was really
Well, and
awesome we got.
And I'll just roll that, you know what I mean, semi-regularly, right? Like
Belt
every couple
Stone
weeks they'll
Giant
get a
Strength
new
should be
shipment in. Yeah.
You give us something to kill now, Dave.
Oh, I got plenty of things you can kill. You just actually have to go to the funeral.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Whoa! No! We're not supposed to be killing things at funerals. Wait there now.
Oh, okay, my bad. I got that mixed up.
While we're here, can I ask them if they have a bill of sale for Morgan, or if they would know who has the bill of sale for her?
Oh shoot, yeah. Because I think we decided the house had sold Morgan, right? After so many days being on. Yeah. Lara says we can easily find out. Just give me a name, a description, approximate weight. The more information, the better. I know it sounds silly, but horses don't come with serial numbers.
Yeah, I'll look at Amistan to provide that detail.
Yeah, I'm getting there. I'm going to the dead category.
Looking through my character sheet, I'm actually nicely equipped. Quite happy.
Yeah, no, you guys, these second adventurers are really statted up.
Still got killer, so.
I mean, it's not even a fair fight. I have unlimited resources. That's why I'm making sure you're squared up this time. You worked hard the first campaign.
I don't normally get that excited about my backstories and stuff, but I feel like I've flavoured this one quite nicely. Like, he's pretty cool.
Yeah, he's fun.
Morgan is a female pony who's brown with a black mane and tail and black hooves. Looks sort of from part of her leg from her knee down is black.
Yeah.
Hooves. And she has one little white snip on her nose.
Aw. Just got a white snoot.
On her nose.
Decided,
Snip on her
Snoop. What's that?
decided my horse
Snip
is
on her.
black, Dave.
Yeah.
But otherwise, there's no white on her.
Okay. Yeah, just nods. Very good. She's somewhere doing something. Probably turning a mill, truthfully. They brought a lot of the agriculture back inside preparation, knowing the dwarves would retaliate, so she's probably safe.
Whatever it would cost from our credit to get the name or location for that horse would be great.
Easy. We'll be done.
David, just while we're still in the store, or like retroactively after we've left the store, is it possible to get like a black cloak, like a black over thing, like that goes over something that I can put around me for a funeral? I want to dress for a funeral, I've only got
Yeah,
35
absolutely.
gold in my possession, but
Yeah. I was actually gonna say, if everybody's okay with it, we'll take our mid break right now. And if you want to just think about that, how you want to be dressed for the funeral, unless you want anything else to do, we'll just cut right there. But this is a great time to, do that shopping and just kind of come back with the description of what your character looks like.
yeah, cool.
Sounds
Just
good to
thinking
me.
a black fur cloak.
Yeah. All right, cool. So we'll hit a quick 5, refill, stretch legs,
Nice.
drink, whatever.
Cool.
So yeah, what's everybody's outfits like as we kind of cut to the presumably the funeral of Elmet?
Well, I am wearing, so it's got a black fur collar, and then it just covers me right down to the feet where it's got a black fur collar again, rich black cloak. I will have my helmet off and like under my arm. That's how I'll go to a funeral.
Nice. What about you, Snorri?
Could I just get like a, I don't know, all black, not suit, but like a, like linen, you know?
Yeah, outfit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just respectful, solemn.
Yeah.
Is there any?
Extravagant.
Do you personalize it in any way? Right? Does it have like a motif or a right? You got like a big back piece on it, little sparkling gem for the Miners Guild.
I think I'd actually put an emerald,
Oh,
in honor of like Winnie too.
yeah,
Maybe
over on
somebody
your
would
your
recognize it,
lapel. Yeah.
That was her clan, wasn't it? The Emerald Seekers.
Yeah.
Here.
Nice. All right, Amistan. What does a wild north funeral look like?
Lots of mud worshipping.
What are the different varieties of fur cloaks that they had? Fur trimmed cloaks?
I was gonna say they definitely have like a lot of just like the standard, like rodent types. You know what I mean?
Is there
the
any
main.
with a red tinge?
Oh yeah, they can get you a fox.
Fox, please.
Yeah, fox. Okay, so lined or like several fur sewn together.
Several furs sewn together.
Okay, so it's kind of got that like bestial quality to it, right? Because it's like that overlapping sort of.
Yeah, the bush kind of gear, not city.
Yeah. Okay, but it's nice. It's new.
Yes.
It'll
Respectful.
stand out a little bit because of the color, but it's not disrespectful. Shit, it's a fucking bunch of dead animals, you know?
Can I also get like a nice handful of like flowers?
Yeah, of course. Very kind. What color?
Black roses, I'm just kidding.
We get
I throw one on his funeral.
It goes so goth. I love it.
Um,
Oh, and actually, I almost forgot. I was gonna put a little eyeliner on it, just really to set the mood, like, but I didn't. Talking about character, not me, like, but yeah.
yeah, maybe just like yellow or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right, so you show up. Are you right on time? You a little early? You a little late?
Early because they might want
Yeah.
me to run this thing, so just in case I have to show up early.
They definitely might want you to run this thing. It's hard to
Possibly.
say.
Yeah, it's hard to say.
And I'll keep my eyes open to kind of see the people that are coming in too.
Yeah, okay. So, like, these things are always awkward. You know what I mean? They're always awkward. It's tough. It's tough to know what to say, who to say it to. And there's a lot of... You don't know them super well. You know what I mean?
Fortunately,
So you notice there's somebody that's... What's that?
Fortunately, I prepared a little something.
You're right. So there's somebody that seems to be like kind of, master of ceremonies. Probably not what they call it when it's a funeral, but I have no idea what they actually call it. Funeral director, I suppose. And right, there's a few people. There's 4 people here before you, right? Closed casket. Small little church far away from everything. and it's just very quiet, very sterile. There's not much in the way of objects. There's not much in the way of information, right? Seem to be this main room and then a room off the side, right? And there's a hallway, right, kind of running in between the two of them. And this side of like the church is set very much in that like ceremonial, like that cross shape, you know what I mean? And then there's a hallway running along the exit on the right side of the room at the near and far ends. And yeah, there's, you know, so there's just like one, you know, funeral director kind of puttering around, closed casket, 4 people kind of hanging out in the crowd when you all show up because you're a little early.
I want to go speak to the funeral director.
Yeah.
And I want to be very precise about what I'm asking him. I'm going to say that. See, there's only 4 people. I don't necessarily need to do this in my voice, but I just want to get straight to the point. I'm asking him, there's only 4 other people here. Who are the pallbearers for this funeral? Who's carrying that coffin? What? Because I can see you are a little short, and myself and Snorri would like to volunteer.
I would also volunteer.
And I give Snorri a little kick. Like, you fucking better understand what I'm doing here, like, motherfucker. I give her a little kick on the toes, like, give him a little kick on the toes, like, I've got a plan.
Thank you. Yes, that would be fantastic. The parents are running late. I'm not sure. Yes, that would be wonderful.
Well,
thank you.
I would like. It's part of my paladin duty to comfort the grieving, and me and my companion here, we would like to lighten the load both emotionally, spiritually, and physically for the grieving, and we will take part in the carrying of the coffin so that there is no pressure from anyone else and you are not short-handed. And I'm kicking Snorri in the foot this whole time because I've got a plan here. There's a reason why I want to carry the coffin.
I'm just like
somewhere else.
I'm just like imagining this. It's either like Amasan just has like the casket on his shoulder because he's super strong and shit now, or it's like all 3 of us are carrying it, but it's like a little like lopsided because I'm shorter. Like,
I've only just remembered as it was halfway through that you're 3 feet tall. And she can carry a coffin. He can carry a coffin by himself. And then I've just volunteered me and you to do it like this, like you're like that.
Yeah, Snorri's fingertips on there.
Oh well, I'm not the most smartest guy, like, but my intentions are good, and I've got a plan.
It's true.
There's a reason why I want to know why we're carrying it.
Yeah.
I think I'd pick up on that.
So as like, you know, the next half hour, a few more people kind of file in, but you still like no one sticks out as being the parents. No one seems to be indicated as the parents, right?
As people come in, Dave, if there's anyone that's like looking really distraught and upset, I am going to go up to them and talk to them and comfort them.
Okay, cool. Do you want to just roll like 2 charisma checks? Let's just see like the quality of your your banter.
Yeah. A 17 and an 8. Well, my charisma 17 or better to be a paladin, so I nailed them both.
Okay, so you got both.
Yep.
Yeah, so I think the first one is like a little rough, right? That's probably that 17, where it's just like you don't really know elements, so you kind of have to fish for information to talk about it, right? Because the person's just not giving you anything. Like, he was so young. You're like, yep, that's correct. They're like, he loved animals, and you're like, and an animal did him in, I guess. I'm guessing.
The second person comes along, I'm like, yes, it's such a shame for such a young animal lover to go.
right, yeah. You're using the test to answer. Yeah. Perfect. And then they're like, oh, I know. Yes, yeah. Right, so you're feeling pretty good about it, right?
Yeah.
Like, the room is not, you know, energetic or happy by any means, but right, like, people are grieving, and you know, like, everyone's kind of in the same place at the same time, and that feels really good. So but you still don't like the time has arrived, right? The funeral director's sort of looking around, and he's just like he sort of looks at you, Cyril. He's like, they didn't show up, they're not here. There's a lot of people staring at us.
So I'll whisper to the man, do you need me to do the eulogy? It's not a problem.
It's either you or me.
Do you need my help here? I can do it if you wish.
Yes, I'm going to go try and find parents, they were here. I spoke to them.
Do you have a pen? Like, do you have a quill and ink?
Yeah.
Start scribbling notes in his hand. What's Elmet's last name?
Sparkle, Elmet Sparkle.
Elmet Spargle.
Somebody should clip just that and send it to Tristan because he will lose his mind. Oh, somebody should clip that whole chunk there. Oh yeah. Oh, that's another 100 XP right there, Oliver. Damn.
Thank you.
That's good.
So, I guess I'm gonna make this up as I go, like. So you're right, because the parents don't come, so I'll stand up. Everyone rise. All rise. I'll stand, ask for everyone to stand, and then I'm going to say a prayer. I'm taking this serious, like
I'm gonna stand on my chair.
Yeah.
The funeral director has just said, like, you go ahead and do this, so I'm taking it serious. We're here today to commemorate the life of Elmet Spargle, ladies and gentlemen. You may now be seated. And then some church music, please, right?
Absolutely.
And then like me and Snorri and who else is going to carry this coffin?
Not daring it.
Okay, so I guess I need to say something before we go get the coffin. I've volunteered to go get the coffin as well. Right. Snorri and it's too late to give them a plan. The plan was to, like, I wanted to know, like, how much it weighed. So I guess I'm gonna have to just do the speech and carry the coffin because it's too late to tell the guys the plan. We're in the middle of the funeral anyway. So
Right.
You can tell us as we walk over there.
yeah. So like so the life is short, and for Elmet Spargle it was especially short. He was a young man. He was a good man. He loved horses. He lived his life to make horses clean and happy. And he died in tragic circumstances. And we are here today to grieve together, but also to celebrate. To celebrate a life. And to celebrate a hero. Elmet Spargle. To the gods, we send you once more. May you rest in peace.
Yeah, and everyone. Yeah, I don't know that there's like clapping, right? But there's like a lot of, there's like a good rabble of agreement.
Everybody liked my speech.
Right?
I did good, yes. All right, and then.
Oh, sorry.
So I'm gonna. I have to make a point of. I'm gonna be shuffling out at this point to go carry the coffin because I need to know.
Yeah. Right. So you turn, and kind of look at the coffin to sort of grab it. And that's when the doors swing open, right, and just bang loudly. And who you can only assume are Elmet's parents, right, Mr. and Mrs. Spargle, right, point a chastising finger just down. Said, "You're the reason he's dead. All of you did it. No one helped him. No one helped us look for him. No one cared. No one believed us." Right, and they're just shrieking. Right? And they're you're not saying exactly the same thing, but like tonally, you know what I mean? It's the same sort of quality. And then they start just like rattling off names, right? And they're like, "And you, Helen, you said that was a good job for him. You said he should work at the 12 Golden Key," right? And they're just like chastising everyone, just roasting them, rolling up one side, down the other, just screaming and shrieking and making a whole scene.
Okay, just while they're doing that, while everybody's distracted, I'm just going to grab one handle of the coffin and I'm just going to lift it a little bit just to see how much it weighs. I need to know.
Okay, you trying to open it or just get a sense of what's in there?
Just like as if I'm one of the four pallbearers and I'm lifting it up just lifting up one edge of it just to see how heavy it is. I want to see if there's a human
it's very,
in it.
very light.
There's no human
Very
body in
light.
it, is there? That's all I need to know.
Yeah,
So
very-
just give it that
very
quick
light.
little lift and put it straight back down again in the
Yeah.
while everyone's distracted by Mr. and Mrs. Spargle.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna like take out my harmonica
Mhm.
and start playing music.
Nice. All right.
Maybe, yeah, maybe
Amistan?
the coffin song.
Yeah, Amistan, you doing anything?
The coffin dads.
I was making my way to one of the corners,
Yeah.
being respectful, hands at the side. I'm not going to touch the coffin because
You're not looking to touch the coffin?
well, I saw what Cyril did. I'm a little confused, but he didn't seem. I noticed that it didn't take as much effort as it should have done.
Right.
Person in it, so I'm just.
Yeah.
I suspect he's got something going on, but we haven't talked about it, so I'm just gonna be in a corner.
I guess just as I do that little lift just to see it, and it's so obvious that it's much lighter than it should be. I guess I have to give a wink to Snorri. I'll give Snorri a wink, and it reminds Snorri of someone, or it reminds the audience of someone. There's just this little glimmer in this. It's just of someone else. Like it's hard to explain why. I don't know why.
It reminds me of somebody.
Yeah. There's a whisper of a memory of someone else on that wink.
Yeah, so sorry, I was just getting the thing actually illustrated because we're gonna need it in a moment. Because as that happens, so let me get your tokens situated. So we've got 2. Okay, we got 2 there. And oh, that ain't it. Oh, did we not? We haven't made new tokens for these characters yet, have we?
No, do you want me to do it? I can do.
Yeah, I didn't even think about it.
We did from the previous map. I was in a battle. Me and the dog were in a battle.
Yeah, but I don't think Snorri or Cyril were.
Nope.
Just pop something in just now. We'll do it later, I guess. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm not fussy.
As they're kind of like, yelling and chastising and just being like very rude, truthfully. I mean, with good reason, but it doesn't change the fact, right? You can see the funeral director is just like grinning from ear to ear.
Grinning from ear to ear. Well, just at like the carnage that's going on since the parents came in, or just
Yeah.
or did you think he's
Yeah.
just so impressed with my eulogy? That could be what it was actually. No, it's
Oh, that might be
no,
true.
it's probably these baddies that came in and he's an evil cunt, or don't know. No, it's probably my eulogy. It was really great.
Yeah, that's
So,
true.
for the funeral director, would I have noticed the smile?
I think so.
Would it have reminded me of Yating's smile?
Oh, you picked up on that pretty quick, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yes, it would, in fact. It does remind you of Yating's awful smile. And Yating is there, if you remember. Yating wanted to be invited.
Looking at Yating, is she looking like she's like concentrating or focused, or
Actually, she looks somewhere between concerned and wide-eyed, which I guess is also just a different kind of concerned. But
and is she looking at him, or is she looking at the parents?
she's looking at him and the room.
Interesting. Okay.
In this moment of everybody looking around the room, can I do a quick detect evil in the direction of the people in the room?
Yeah, I think so. Because remember, like, I don't have all of the many insults, right, that they are laying down to their friends and family and everything, but like they are just going hard on this. As they're just like shrieking about their dead son. How no one cared, no one tried, no one was there for him.
I mean, they
knew he was dead.
I'm at the head of the church, right? Because I'm doing the eulogy, so I'm standing speaking to everybody else here. So if I look in this direction and cast Detect Evil, I can read the whole room.
Yeah.
So I want to do that as those doors burst open. In that instant, I'm thinking, right, Detect Evil.
I would say, in the inverse to what you got from Yating, which was, some evil, but not maybe malevolent or malicious towards you, right? You now get about the same amount of power and directed at you.
Oh, lovely.
Coming from the funeral director. And as you look at him, you see the mask sort of just slide away. Right? And he just sort of like begins to grow and change his form and shape, and so too do the parents, right? And the ending of their little, screaming session, right, is none of you would help us, none of you cared our son was missing, and we had to go the only direction we could to find out what happened, to get closure for our poor boy, our hero, right? And they point towards you, Cyril, which you may not like, right?
Oh no.
Say, we found peace in exchange. And they turn and look at the funeral director, and he says, "And I'm just here for the souls." And go ahead and roll initiative. They're evil. They're here to eat you.
Another casual funeral.
I'm just trying to find
just,
a token. To send
what's
you.
that?
I'm trying to find a token to send you.
Oh, yeah,
I've got a token.
Yeah.
Do you want to just pull something out real quick, like any kind of whatever you've got, and then I'll get a better one for next week?
Oh, sure, yeah.
Right, I guess I'm pulling out that big old two-hander, that Giant's Bane two-hander sword. Let me get that character sheet, roll me up some initiative. Oh boy.
You should be able to move and edit that one, Oliver.
Perfect, that'll do me nicely.
Okay.
Oh boy, right. Oh boy.
So they're down, we're at one end of the church and they're at the other end?
Yeah.
How far would it be from one end to the other?
70 feet.
Did we, were we just rolling a d20 for the initiative? Or is there an actual macro on it? Okay.
I don't think there's a macro because technically...
No. It's D10 in initiative.
it's a...
Yeah, the macros are all over the character sheet, so depending on what you want to roll, if it's a spell, it's the speed button, and if it's a weapon, it's the speed button. So it's the last button on the line.
Yeah. Yep, totally forgot that.
Yeah.
I've been playing too many other editions.
That speed
D10.
button is D10 plus weapon speed, or on the spell, it's D10 plus the speed casting time.
Which is good, because you'd want to re-roll that anyway.
So, yeah, there we go.
No, that would have been good.
Hi, Moss, you're back.
You want a low number. Have you seen what I rolled?
Oh, right.
I rolled a 19.
Is the weapon you're going to use then? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Which of the buttons?
On speed.
The far right.
Far right, okay.
Parents.
Try the crossbow.
Dave, why have the parents got claws? Parents' claws.
Yeah, they need to open up a nail salon around here. Everybody getting a little bit crazy with these talons.
See, I liked them on your thing. It was hot on her. Now, when they're rolling initiative with the fuckers, it's a different story.
All right, let's see what we got. So,
I can't believe it.
starting at the bottom then, right? So we've got... So Duke Cyril, you got a 19 for your sword.
Yeah. There should be a tracker. There should be a thing on the left hand side. If we pull it up, we can all see the tracker.
Yeah, I didn't put it in for mine though, because they don't have character sheets in here.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna write it down. I can post it though.
Yeah.
So it looks like the parent's claws are the lowest. Oh no. The director's sword.
Yeah. No wait.
Which is a base of 5.
Yeah.
And then the parent's claws.
I can't believe I rolled 19.
An 11. And then got 2 12s, both Snorri and Goofin. Which
Do we go based off dex for that?
yeah, I mean theoretically it happens at the same time, so we would just say, hey, whichever of you wants to go first. If anybody ends up casting a spell, that'll go last afterwards.
Gotcha.
And then we've got Snake Lady for the 13. Then I think that's up to Cyril Goldspear.
Yeah, I'll be last, no doubt with that.
All right, let's write that down. And then, I mean, if we wanted to do this correctly, we would have everybody's bases, right? Because it's the D20 or the D10 stays the same, and then you just buy it off speed and spell casting and everything.
Yeah, I mean, it depends.
Am I remembering that correct?
All I do when I'm running is if somebody's changing weapons or changing what they're doing, they'll roll a new initiative, so it's D10 plus whatever.
Okay.
If you're just hacking away with your longsword round after round, I wouldn't bother rolling a new weapon speed. I would just use the same one. I only roll a new one when you do something different.
Okay.
So, like, for example, I'm using this two-handed sword just now, but if I wanted to cast a spell or use a different weapon next round, I would roll something. I would roll again. But if I was just going to swing again with this sword next round, we'd just leave it. Unfortunately, that would work to my detriment if we're going to meta game, because I rolled like shit. But...
So if I wanted to switch to my battle axe, I'd have to re-roll initiative against the battle axe.
Yeah. Okay. The way I play it anyway, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't like re-rolling initiative every round. It's just combat's already slow enough personally.
Yeah.
But it's also like it's the
12.
What's that?
Where's Snorri's 12?
Right underneath the 1.
Yeah, it was.
It's just sent to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I couldn't find it. No worries.
Yeah, so the director laughs right after he just finishes saying, "I'm just here for the souls," right? Says, "Plan on feasting on all of you. Will make me powerful. It will make me happy. To explain why you are here." And he points at the back, right? Old Ochias owed me a favor. I needed someone whose guilt would tie them to the boy. Thanks for doing the hard work. And he begins to stalk forwards, though he cannot reach you this round yet.
Now,
But he
Dave,
can get pretty far.
did I get a chance to do any kind of detective? So do I get to see the funeral director, etc.? These people, like... You said You said I got it for him, the funeral director, but what about the parents? Like, I'm thinking about all these people. The parents, did they
Also
detect
evil.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Snake Lady?
Yeah.
Is Snake Lady the mum? I'm confused.
Snake Lady is Yating.
Ah.
So as he walks by, he just cuts one of these people like just straight in half. Right?
Holy
He just
shit.
like whoosh, right? It destroys the pew, it kills the person, and you see just the after image of their soul just get sucked into his sword, and he just like laughs and rolls his eyes. Just Killing in a church feels so good.
Repelling.
Why again did we attend this funeral knowing Dave was the DM?
I kept pushing. And then the parents, right? And they will spend their whole turn moving, right? They will just swoop, they fly, right? They just launch into the air like these creepy little gargoyles. One lands right next to this one and just begins tearing him apart. This other one here, right behind you, Ting, right? And just goes and kicks this other person, doesn't even damage them, just wants to like cause fear. And they're just like cackling, laughing, these weird impish little dragon-ish devils, demons, something.
In the church.
Right? And they're just like,
funeral.
What's that?
In the church at a funeral.
Yeah. Just cackling like mad. All right. Snorri and Amistan.
I think I'm probably gonna move to this impish one that's closest to me and try attacking.
Sure.
So where are you? Which one are you? Okay, you're you. Okay.
Actually, would I be able to jump over the pew or whatever and get on this side of him? Okay.
Yeah, easy. You want to get in between the person and...
Yeah.
Well, that's very kind.
Very heroic.
True.
It was more so because if somebody wants to come down the aisle and attack, we'd get flanking, but definitely.
You're losing your paladin. You got to score paladin points there. You're gonna lose them.
Wait, hold on. Brew, I'm sorry. Does your microphone have a beard?
Yeah, it's got Winnie's beard on it.
That's amazing.
I just noticed what you said.
Okay, sorry.
So it is going to be the hit button, right?
Yes. They have an AC of 5. All right, so unfortunately, not enough. Did I lose you guys?
No, we're here.
No, still here. Amistan next. Ooh. Dave, don't keep chaos in week 2, man.
I'm just saying, you're in a church, and there's a lot of expendable people nearby.
No one's expendable in the church. We can't just be killing these people in the church.
So
It's wanton violence when we play with you, Dave. It's madness.
he brought us. I'm sure I was trying to figure out. Like, yeah, they're killing the people in town, but do they have anything against us?
So
He brought us here.
yeah, I'll tip the hand a little bit. The parents wanted to know what happened to their son and didn't know, and no one knew because the government was covering it up, right? If they even found any evidence of Elmet's death, right? You dragged him 2 hours before he vanished, right? For his first mission, and then kicked him into the alligator pit. But
Nobody knows that.
yeah, but right, exactly. The military, the government are not being forthcoming about that because
They don't even know that because the military hadn't showed up. There was only Lorik was in the room.
they showed up right at the end, right
but
after you guys
already
died.
rolled by then. He doesn't. Nobody knows that Alicia sacrificed Elmet except for Rx and Winnie. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't even know if Lorik knows because he was behind the build. He was in a building, and the guards showed up later.
So Winnie might be alive.
We now know, also, well, I now know, Sorel now knows that there is no body, or there's no human body in that coffin.
Well, makes sense given the fact that Elmet was rolled by an alligator. They don't.
Yeah.
They don't
So-
leave any remnants.
So rich, grieving parents wanting to know what happened to their son turned to magic to find out who was responsible and where the body was and what had happened. It's being covered up by the government, magically so. So then they turned,
fabricated body.
yeah, so they turned to, more magic, more powerful magic, right? And Okias owed them a favor and was like, all right, I'll summon in whoever's responsible. I don't know, right? Like, summoned you in, and the parents had basically made a deal with the devil to like get vengeance for their kid.
So they blame the people who were invited because those are the town folk that they blame for not helping, and they blame us
as being
we
the
were
closest.
somehow or other related to.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I was a little confused. Like, are we supposed to attack these guys?
It's a very thin line, right? Because you're not guilty, right? It's your sister and your kind of maybe girlfriend and somebody in your church, right? It was just that's what the spell found, right? It couldn't find people actually responsible, so it found people. Yeah, they did it.
Also, they came in here shouting, and I cast Detect Evil, and they're evil, so, like, the die has been cast. You know what I mean? The ball's now in my court, and I know what I'll do now.
Right.
In this situation.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm
these are
trying to
bad.
figure out also whether Snorri, Snorri jumped in there and didn't attack. He just jumped between them.
No, I attacked. I just
did you?
missed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and okay, swing and a miss. Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
Okay, Maverick is gonna go help Snorri out and attack that one.
Which should be advantage now because I think we're flanking.
Yeah, I think in second edition when you outnumber it, it gives you a +1 to hit.
Or a +2 from behind, I would say.
+2?
Yeah.
Okay. So +2.
So what do I roll again for?
So you'll pull open whichever weapon you want to use.
What, the dog? His teeth.
Oh, gotcha. I didn't see that. So the dog doesn't have a macro, so you're going to need to roll a d20. And you're going to add... I think you can just add 2 to it. Because the higher number you roll, the better. Because we'll compare it against their AC of 5.
Can I do that off the little dice thing off on the left, or do I have to? Does it give me the chance to do a modifier there, or do I need?
Yeah,
to...
I think so. I think it'll ask you.
Yeah.
100% sure I don't do...
It will, yeah.
Nope, it didn't.
Okay. I was going to say, I really don't use it that often.
Oh, there's the advanced roll dicer. Ah, there we go.
Yeah,
Never mind. So 9.
Okay. So the 9... Right, so you've got a THACO of 15. They have an AC of 5. See what? We would have needed a 10 or higher?
You guys are the math people, I believe. Yeah, you do the difference, and that's what I learned last time. You do the difference, and then that's
Yeah, I
the
think
number.
it would have been a 10 or higher. It was close, but it was not quite enough. But now you can also go as well. Because that was you just having Menace jump in.
Yeah. Okay.
And you hit like a truck right now.
Oh, yeah.
Pick up a pew and throw it.
Well, yeah, I'm just trying to figure out, like...
For context, like hill giants, which are 1 down from stone giant, they use tree trunks as clubs. That's how strong you are. Are you 1 up from that?
Well, if I can throw it, I'm going to throw that at him.
You want to throw one of the pews?
Well, if I'm going to do damage, massive damage, I may as well massively damage the massive dude.
Yeah. Let's see. So you can throw things. Yeah, you can basically, like, you can pick up the altar and throw it at him. You can pick up a pew and throw it at him. Pick up a person and throw it at him.
I like the pew. Throw this pew.
Yeah, so you just pick it up, whip it at him.
Take it.
Let's see.
So what do I roll?
Yeah. Trying to look it up right now. 'Cause I think it's still normal attack.
And then I
There we
get plus
go.
3 hit and plus 8 damage.
Weight allowance 535 pounds. Rock weight limit 198. Base damage, it's a D12.
If you're using a rock that doesn't get the +3 to hit, like weapons do, but it'll get the +8 damage. It'll be 1d8 1d12 +8.
Nice.
Fucking huge.
So 1d12 plus 8, you said? What would be the range on it? Like, could I actually throw it that far?
Yeah, the range is 16 yards. So I think we'll treat it just like a regular attack. You'll be proficient with it. So if you
So 1d12 plus 8?
well, since we just did your light crossbow, just go ahead and click your light crossbow there, I think.
Okay.
That THAC0 and everything should be correct still, because you don't add the attack. Well, the damage will just be different. And he's got a much different AC as compared to the rest of the...
Okay, because these ones are showing 1d4s as the damage.
Yeah, we're not gonna roll the damage. But the attack's the
rolling
same.
a 1d4?
Nope.
Well, that's what I said. Am I rolling a 1d12 plus 8?
You gotta hit first.
Oh, I get it. Sorry.
It's okay.
Says it there's a +3 modifier on this.
I think that's your strength modifier for the belt.
Okay.
Okay. So unfortunately, that does not hit him, right? So you pick up the pew, just kind of like long ways, whip it at him, right? And he just, right, and it just shatters in front of him. And he just laughs. He says, "A good thought, a blessed stone, but it will not stop me. Not here. I am already inside. I have infected this church."
There you do.
Right. Snake Lady's turn. Pregnant Snake Lady, remember?
Yeah. So this is the part where this is really what I wanted to do more than anything. Like, obviously I wanted to answer, where did Elmet's inheritance come from? Why was it given to you? Right? Because it was like they basically gave up everything to find out who killed their son less. Or like who's guilty of it. Which again, not exactly you, but not exactly you.
It's definitely exactly not us. Because it wasn't us.
Yeah.
And
what I've done here is lead the funeral, comfort the grieving,
yeah.
and I'm getting blamed for the death. Okay, never mind.
So Yating rushes in, right? And something that you notice is she starts attacking, right? She's just drawn these pretty impressive like scimitars from nowhere. You don't really remember her holding them or seeing them on her, right? She's just got this like, brilliant gold and this, like kind of green tinted steel, right? Scimitar, right? And she just like swings them in this flurry of blows, right? Like one up, one down, one sideways, right? And she goes on to do this 7 times in a very matter, of just mere moments, right? She just like swings and then she keeps swinging and she's like spitting like a corkscrew, like this murder top, right? And she's a very competent fighter, it would seem, right? And the downside is the whole time this creature, the director here, is just like laughing, just cackling like mad. We'll go ahead and we'll roll and we'll see what happens here. So
just to get this straight, she's attacking the funeral director?
yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
I wondered, and I thought she was on his side because they had the cackly laughy side.
I thought they were brother and sister for a minute.
Hey.
Didn't just think it got cemented.
Yeah.
So she's got a THAC0 of 9. He has an AC of -5.
What?
So she's a 14 or higher. Right?
Well, if she's got a THAC0 of 9, no. Probably needs a 4 or higher, mate.
She's got a THAC0 of 9, but he's got an AC of -5.
All right.
So it's 5 better. I think it's 14.
Yeah.
Okay, so 1, 2. So 1 hit, 2 hits, 3 hits, 4 hits, 5 hits, 6 hits. So 6 out of 7 hits, she just connects.
Look at those rolls.
Yeah, that was pretty absurd. Also, right, he laughs on the first one, right, and just like blocks it effortlessly. And he goes, "You foolish woman. Why would you cut?" Right. And the second one, you know, she like gets underneath his belly and you just see it, right, like split open like an overcooked hot dog, right? And all this, you know, black blood just starts pouring out. And he just like barks a yell and starts to jump back. And she just presses her advantage, right? And he's like, "What are you?" Right. And he like, there's a little bit of panic in his voice as he barks that out. And yeah, she just did a decent amount of damage, right?
She goes, "I'm a snake. I'm a sneaky snake."
The snake.
It's true. It's true.
just slithered.
Who's more evil though? Her
snake.
or him, man?
I actually rolled one too many, but she still hit with 6 because the last one was a miss as well. That's 2.
Like
What
your
the 20?
natural rolls, you got a 15, an 18, a 16, a 16, an 18.
For real though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
pretty
need
real.
I need some good rolls.
Good
Now, if I
rolls.
had rolled that when I was fighting Eagle and the other dude,
He'd be dead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well,
Wow, it's taken a while to shit.
I think it's my turn.
Just want to figure out how much damage it did. It's just been sitting here
I thought you
saying
were
rolling the
doing the math.
dice. What's that?
I thought Dave was still doing the math on the damage.
No, it just took a full minute to roll.
Oh, that. Okay.
Yeah,
It's probably still processing all your high rolls.
yeah. So
Math yourself.
she has some magic weapons, though they are not all high enough to actually do that. So it bites, right? It does a little bit of damage. She definitely does some damage, and certainly more than it was expecting. You know, but like it's still up, and it has regained its composure, right? And begins scowling. And her response, she just says, "Run." That's Yating. But y'all can do whatever it is you like. Cyril, you're up.
Right, who's more evil? Yating the snake lady or Mr. Demon Guy, the funeral director?
Yeah.
Because
I would say Yating is fighting the funeral director, right? And the funeral director just literally murdered an innocent person in a church.
yeah,
So, for whatever reason, Yating is kind of on our side right now.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So I want to. I've done the initiative for my two-handed sword. I want to work my way around here. I take it you think if I go past that way, your thing doesn't strike out at me?
Nope.
Okay, yeah, I want to make an attack then.
On
this-
the funeral director?
Yeah, on this demon guy.
Nice.
Right, okay, give me a sec. I'm gonna roll this.
Yeah, I mean, she would look at you, right? And you can see she's just like about a foot taller than you remember. And she's got like this real light yellow and black patterning across like her neck, down her arms that you don't remember seeing before.
Mm-hmm.
And once again, she just implores you. She's like, "I cannot defeat him. Need to run."
Okay, I'm too stupid for that. I'm gonna try and kill it. Anyway, this round. I've already rolled initiative for the sword, so I'm gonna have a wee swing at it.
Good luck.
Thanks. Do I have any bonuses in this? I don't, do I? Can I just wear
Yeah,
my
yeah.
belt for a second? Oh, fucking get in. That's not gonna hit it. You said it had armor class -5 or something, eh?
-5, yeah.
Damn! Nah, that gets nowhere
It's
near
nuts.
it. Yeah. So I swing my sword and miss.
Yeah, I mean, and it's not like a wild miss, right? Like, you duck under one of his swings, you put your sword in him. This is actually, you need a +3 weapon to do damage.
Oh, it's +2.
Like, you stab him and you pull it out, and you just see it regenerates instantly. You know what I mean? And you're just like, oh.
Better part of valor, better part of valor.
So the rooms at the back that you've
Yeah.
got shown there and there, Nothing leads outside, correct?
There
That's the
There
only
is-
door outside. Unless we go...
this one and this one.
Okay, so if we end here...
You could conceivably, yeah, right, go out and go down that hallway.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't need Bruce Mike to read the oh my god.
Oh my god!
I read oh my god, yeah.
You man, you proficient at reading lips too?
I had
actually
to.
found
you
out
know-
I part of my hearing is from reading lips. It's just,
Oh dang.
I've had problems hearing people.
Yeah, no, we got there. The funeral of Element had to, at least match his death. You know what I'm saying?
At least, come on, man! You gave us a guy with a THAC of minus whatever. Like,
He's a
what was Mr. Gators?
he's a full-on pit fiend.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm going to stand
Yeah.
here and kill it or die. Because I'm paladin and that's what I do.
It's true. True.
Yeah.
I did put a demon or a devil right in front of you.
Yep. I'm going to die again.
All right. So Cyril, you went
Brothers.
back to the top of the director, right? He laughs an overconfident laugh. He says, "Listen to your keeper, little one. You don't have what you need to even harm me. And even if you did, wouldn't kill me. And even if you did, I wouldn't die." And he is gonna have to hit you with
Snorri, you and me out the door, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to kick you. He just does like 2 real powerful kicks. And then he's going to try and turn his attention towards the snake lady. So, what's your AC?
Minus 15, mate.
Minus 15?
No.
Oh, wow.
No. It's 3. No,
Oh, okay.
4 because I'm using a two-handed sword. That's my shieldless armor class is 4.
4? Okay. Yeah, so he's got a THACO of 7. So he's looking for 3s or higher, I believe.
You ever heard of goblins and kobolds, Dave?
Jesus Christ. Oh, yeah, no, I have, but like, that's boring, you know what I'm saying? He does miss once, though, which is pretty awesome.
It's nice.
Yeah.
0.5 seconds more of life for Duke Sorel.
Yeah, so he does a d6 plus 6 when he kicks you. So only 7 damage, right? One solid, like, curb stomp. Bam, right? He tries to kick you down and then smush you, but really all he does is kind of like catch your leg weird, right, as you roll free and sort of block it or whatever. And he'll turn and he bites Yating and then goes in with his claws.
Dude, he gonna be beating up on a pregnant lady?
And she... So that goes 7. And AC is... Good lord, her AC is minus 9. That's even better. Well, he had 4 more attacks. He has 6 total. That goes 7, AC minus 9, so 15. Wow. No, 16.
So none of them hit?
Wow, yeah, none of them hit. That's crazy. Yeah, so he like goes to bite her. She just like wriggles out of the way, and then he just like starts like tearing at her, and like thematically, right? Again, because like the rules matter, right? But like he would have just like demolished all of the pews in this area. You know what I mean? Like he just would have like completely shredded them and thrown debris and shrapnel in every direction, as like they were chasing each other and just like screaming. And yeah, no, and that was kind of it, right? Like obviously this is a absolutely ridiculous fight. But I structured it in such a way so you had a powerful ally, right? Just as strong.
Oh, Snorri, I appear to have bitten off a little more than I can chew!
No kidding!
Where's Winnie?
And yeah, the parents, right, will like hoot and holler, and I think like this guy's dead, right? And this one just sort of like swoops down onto Menace, and the other one in here will attack. Is that you, Snorri?
Yeah.
No,
So what's your AC?
It's the other door.
Yeah, no, it's just some other dwarf.
Some other dwarf.
8.
8, okay. And they have a tobacco of 17.
I think I'm glad I
So,
bought my better
so
armor.
let's hit. What's that?
I'm
Oh,
glad I
yeah,
bought
yeah.
my better armor.
Yeah. All right, so Snorri taking 5. And then Menace. What is Menace's AC? AC of 6. With a tobacco of 17. So actually that misses Menace, right? As it swoops down, he just kind of leaps out of the way. Right, turns about face. And now it's Snorri and Aniston.
Wisdom would say run.
I'm gonna try and stab this guy again.
Dang. Yeah, as you just swing and stab, but right, like they just have like these shadowy after image that seems to be copying and also mocking everything you do, right? So like the 2 or 3 after images are just like, right, they're pretending to die, but really they're not there.
For 2nd edition is attack of opportunity a thing?
Yes.
Yes. Unless you like take specific care to move out of the way.
Okay, I'm just gonna stay here then.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, that while these things can hit, they're not nearly as dangerous as the, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean
They're doing a D6 damage. He's doing a D6 plus 6 times.
I'll try and retreat a little bit then.
Yeah, like he will swing, but
Maybe like back here.
yeah, he missed. Right? He was expecting you to kind of try and like close the gap and keep pushing the advantage, right? So then when you swipe once and then jump back over the pew, right? Like he has to turn. I'm thinking very like Chronicles of Riddick style, right? Where that like after image thing. So you see him sort of like turn and try and like reach up and grab you, and you're too quick. Like you are still a trained thief.
Dark Souls.
All right, Amistan.
Figure out, because we haven't done any damage to either one of those guys, right?
No.
He's going to move here. Can he still attack, or is that his move?
No, you can move and attack.
That one. Basically, want to get out this door. I just wanted to move closer.
Would you want to attack?
Pardon?
You want to attack? You said.
Yeah, I'm gonna attack that one. What was he again? Sorry, I need to record his attack.
Oh, that's okay. Both of the parents is AC 5.
Yeah, but what do I roll for Menace's attack?
Oh, I apologize. So it's still a D20. Menace's Thaco is 15. So when they have an AC 5, you're looking for a 10 or higher.
Boom.
10, you got it. So you do 2d4. Yep, 2d4. As he sort of jumps on him and bites.
Yes.
Nice. Pretty good. Yeah. So yeah, first damage on that one, right? As you sort of Menace sort of just, like jumps towards its throat, or maybe like the bat gargoyle wings, right? And sort of just like rides it down, just tears into it once as right, they're both like screeching. And like what's left of them being like the parents of Elmet are pretty much gone. And they're just replaced with these like cackling little monsters, right? These very impish looking gargoyles.
But he's still alive.
Correct.
Okay. So my turn now. Amistad. No, hold on. Oh,
Amistad.
Amistad's gonna attack.
Then it's Snake Lady.
Pardon? What did you say, Oliver?
I was just reminding myself the order is Snake Lady next.
Yeah, so I'm gonna attack that one.
Okay.
Gotta get my character sheet. I've buried here.
We need some luck, like.
Oh, that's a crit fail.
Just got shot.
And you remember what we ruled about those.
Yep.
So you are
Don't
here.
remember.
You are here. So we'll do 1,
No, I
2,
remember nothing ever.
3, 4. No, wait. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, okay, so a D8. Go ahead and roll a D8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so you hit the other parent actually. It misses the first one and hits the... So go ahead and roll your damage.
Why would a critical fail if
Because if you hover over it, you'll see you rolled a 1, right? It's just all the modifiers.
it's the one that's critical. Okay, I get it.
Yeah. So there are times in second edition you actually want to roll a 1, or 1 could be the best thing you rolled. Like when you're testing your charisma against, the barkeep. But when you're in combat, you still want that 20.
I didn't see the one, that's why. I just saw
Yeah,
17.
well, it's confusing, right? Because the 17 looks great.
I think actually it's only to hits and saves you want high. I think everything else is low. Because proficiency's rolling under a statistic. I think you're all rolling lower.
Okay.
Stupid edition.
So now what do you
All
need?
right, so yeah, you put 4 damage on it, right? It's something. Tears right through the armor. Or, sorry, not the armor. The wing. Not much, but it's something.
Nice.
Gotta do it. All right, and we passed to Snake Lady. And she did put some damage on this thing last time. She'll just continue pressing her advantage, and she's like, I cannot hold him for much longer. And even if I could, he will regenerate quite quickly. Well, that's the other end, right? That's what you get when you roll a 15, 18, 16, 16, 18 in a row. You miss the next wave.
Oh, they miss
So-
even the 13 plus 2, eh?
I think the 15 is exactly what she needed, because I think that 14 hit.
One hit.
Yeah, I think it's 1 hit. I don't think the 13 does it, but...
Okay.
Alright, puts a little bit more damage on him. And Snake Lady goes to Cyril.
Oh, lovely.
So I was just trying to figure out the damage on him right now, because it's actually a fairly good amount. He's got 38 damage on him right now.
Well, I don't know that my sword can't hit him, so I'm going to try and swing my sword at him again.
Yeah, I would say you saw it seal up behind you, right? And you don't feel like you did any damage.
So, right, okay, so, right, okay, then, if I'm aware then I want to try...
Because you see some of hers doing the same thing, right? Some of hers make purchase, some of them don't.
Okay, so I want to make a fight and retreat away from him then.
Okay.
So as to not invoke an attack of opportunity, and I want to turn and try and hit this guy here. Is that okay?
Yeah. You're willing to provoke?
No. I want to. Can I back away using a fight and retreat to not provoke an attack of opportunity? Because I'm only moving 10 feet in total, so can I back away very slowly, in guard position, and then
I think that's fine.
And then move to there and make an attack on this guy.
I don't think you can make that attack. I think you have to spend your whole turn backing away, don't you?
No, not to only move 10 feet. I see in the rules I use, you move a quarter movement. So I still have plenty of movement to make an attack, like. But
I haven't done that before. I would say if you want to back away with not provoking, you got to do the whole.
Okay,
not
then.
that you have to do the whole thing, but.
Okay, then I'll take an attack of opportunity. I'll provoke an attack of opportunity because I want to try to move away and attack this thing. So roll an attack on me first.
All right, what's your AC?
I told you it's minus 15. 4.
4. Okay. It's got a THAC0 of 7, so the 3 or higher. Right, so he hits. He's actually gonna just lean in and bite you as he does this. Doing 2d6, but it's got poison in it. 7 points of damage.
Okay, so...
So you need to make a saving throw versus poison.
Okay, damn. Also, I'm on 0 hit points.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. Save versus poison. Oops. Fail.
All right. So, yeah, this poison is just absolutely wreaking havoc on your system, right? I think that you would just instantaneously either go into shock or, right, start convulsing, just like with that foam coming out of your mouth. Like, this is some pretty powerful stuff.
And that was a bite from him, right?
Correct.
As he made an attack of opportunity, right? Okay, so I'm at 0 hit points also, by the way.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that part makes you stable. The poison, however, does not. Poison might kill you.
R.I.P. Duke. Cyril Goldspear
IV. What's the party doing next? So Cyril, we go back to the top of the director, who I'm just going to have him be fighting Yating, which is going to be its own combat to resolve. The parents, however, are going to keep heckling your group. So we have 2 attacks. Confer. Parents have THAC0 of 17. What's an AC for Winnie? Or not Winnie, Snorri?
Snorri is 8.
It's 8. Okay, so a hit there. And a 6 for Menace. So an 11 or higher. Okay, so miss on Menace again, but they hit Snorri.
Sorry.
Snorri, 4 damage. You still up?
Yep.
All right. I mean, they're definitely pressing you, like, they're pressing you back. They're very insistent. And then I don't know how attached y'all are to Cyril Goldspear, but he's in the middle of the church right now, and he's not looking so good. And we will pass to Terrence, Snorri, and Amistan.
So
Cyril's pretty much down for the count.
right.
Are you bleeding out, Cyril, or are you still alive?
No comment. I can't say nothing.
You would see his body is actually convulsing right now.
There you go. The poison's ripping the shit out of me, apparently.
What's that?
The poison is ripping the shit out of me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna, I guess, try attacking this guy again. Really have no idea. I mean, we could run, but I don't know how far we would really get.
I don't either, but I'd rather try that.
There's still a few peasants here cowering. Whoa, that's a crit.
Oh, Snorri!
That's good.
Good job, Snorri.
Good job, Snorri.
Damn. Yeah.
Take that motherfucker.
Double damage.
Yeah. You roll a second one for a crit, don't you?
I thought we just double damage on crits. Do I need to roll another one?
Oh no, that's I don't 100% remember what we did.
It's double
I can double
damage
it. That's
however
awesome.
you do it. Like, you can roll 2 dice, or you can roll 1 and double it. Or...
Yeah. What would you prefer?
It doesn't matter to me. I mean, however you
Okay.
want to play the.
Okay. You're attacking this new one on the left side here?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that just totally, you stab, and you can narrate that however you want, right? Like, consider they are impy gargoyles, right? They have a stone exosuit, basically, but inside they're still fleshy bits. And inside that, they used to be human at one point. But you, like, just absolutely, you end this thing.
Yeah, I feel like I'd probably, like, go for some soft spots, maybe, where I would think that there's vulnerability. So, like, maybe, like, base of the neck kind of thing, or under the arm.
Yeah.
And just find a little bit of give and do a little stabby stab. with my
Right.
daggers.
I feel like that's got to be Snorri's specialty too, right? Like all Snorri has to do is get the knife where he needs it, right? And then now you just like have been completely just like flensed open, right? It's just your whole belly just opens up.
Yeah. With that though, I'm gonna move forward and engage this one moving forward, and I'm gonna yell out to Amistan, grab the paladin and run.
Yeah.
Grab me and run!
Okay. Amistan, you're up.
Okay, so Menace.
A wise dwarf once said, grab the paladin and run.
Yeah, wise.
And I believed it. I thought those words were beautiful.
It's gonna go for that one.
What's going on?
Menace is gonna go for that one because he's up next in order, or can I run myself and the dog in whatever order I want?
Yeah, you can do them in either order. It's fine.
Then I'm gonna go grab him, throw him over my shoulder with my incredible strength.
Yeah.
How far can I go though? That's what I'm unsure of.
I actually forget how the movement was. Was it 12? So you're...
I go get him. Now you gotta tell me where we're going.
So your base speed is 12. Which is that yards, or is that like inches?
It's feet. 120. It's 120 feet. Or it's so.
Oh, that's right.
120 feet.
Because
or
it's
120
because a
yards
round.
outside.
Because a round's what, a minute?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you can literally just run right out of this church if you want. Like, I will like if you. Right, like.
Grab
There's
the
enough room that you can
paladin and
like.
run! Run!
grab him, right, and just get right out of the church. Basically, you're just like you're just blowing through these pews. You're like completely ignoring the people in here, right? But you're just.
Well, what I'm wondering about is it better to go over this way to give Snorri a chance to come over as well? Because Snorri won't make it all the way down to here.
Too much
Snorri will have to run out the
wandering,
other
not
direction.
enough running. Get the fuck out.
I think personally the goal should be get everyone out.
Yeah, so Menace can help with Snorri. Then we'll head out the front door.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so you grab Amistan and get, out of dodge.
Yeah, we're
Beep,
bolting
boop.
out the front door here.
Yeah.
I want to be
And
outside.
then go ahead and roll a d20 for Menace just to see if you get any damage on. AC. An AC of 5, you have a THAC0 of 15, so that hits. 2d4.
The dog does alright, like...
What's that?
The dog does okay.
Yeah, the dog's pretty good.
5 damage. How's this guy doing?
Still up. About halfway. Yeah, like the crit from Brew is what did it. Otherwise, it would have been another 2 rounds of fighting. And the crit and the high roll.
Okay, so we're out. Me and Cyril are out.
Yes, thank
Yeah.
you.
Menace and...
Yeah. So the snake lady and the director are just having their own fight as far as I'm concerned. So Cyril, I need you to make another poison check, saving throw.
Oh my.
This is a really tough roll for all those out there who are watching. This one's for pretty much all the marbles. Okay, there we go. All right. So you will not die in 1d4 rounds.
Thank you.
You do currently have a disease unless you are immune to that.
I am.
If I have healing potions, can I in my
You are.
turn?
Let
You
me,
are immune to it.
let me just stop you there just for a little second. If I can interrupt you as well, Goof, if you don't mind, just for one moment. This is very important. Class descriptions, Paladin. Oh, I'll find this very quickly. It's right there. Like, a Paladin is immune to all forms of disease. Note that certain magical
Nice.
afflictions, lycanthropy and mummy rot, are curses and not diseases.
Nice.
Fuck you and your
I
disease,
knew-
Dungeon Master. There's one thing you're
What's
not
that?
getting me with today. You and your
I
disease
know.
can try again next week.
Right? It's not. I knew it was in older editions. I didn't know if it was in this one. So that's
Yeah.
awesome. So yeah, the convulsing, right, slows, right, breathing returns normal. Like functionally, you're still at 0. You know what I mean? You're not even stable. Right on death's door, but you are stable, and
But a
the
disease won't
poison
do
seems to have
anything
run
to
its
me.
course. What's that?
But a disease won't do anything to me.
Yeah, I'd say you probably spiked like 104-degree fever for a moment, but you lived.
Yes.
And
It's my noble blood.
so director does his things.
Mobile at a 0 then, right?
Just have one parent attacks. So Snorri, you're still in there, huh?
Yeah.
I know I keep asking. Oh, doesn't matter. I missed.
AC of
So-
8.
Yeah, it goes to like grab you with both claws, and you again you can narrate it how you want, but I imagine right like it goes high, you go low. You know what I mean? And just
Yeah.
so you two are up, Snorri and Amistan.
I'm gonna hop onto Menace's back
Oh, yes.
and
Yeah.
ride him like a warg kind of.
Yes!
How far can Menace run?
Probably further than you can, truthfully.
Okay,
Yeah,
then
For our purposes, I'm happy to say like if he doesn't attack, he just wants to flee. He gets
He's
out of
out.
here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like
he's out the door.
yeah. and I think that's our scene, right? We left behind, unfortunately, quite a few problems in that church, in the form of an ally who has a lot of secrets that need to be revealed, in the form of a enterprising and malicious devil or demon creature, right? That used the grief of parents to steal some souls. Form of some parents who were so overcome by grief they stopped caring what it did to anyone else. And still a room full of people who hoped heroes would help them.
We tried.
We always try.
You did try. It was a ridiculously stacked against you fight, like in every sense.
Let's
We're
see.
just
Duck
gonna see
fight
the,
that
like-
almost wiped us out, an alligator that almost wiped us out, and now this. Yeah, any fights we have, Dave, you don't know the term equal.
Oh. But I mean, that's not what makes D&D fun, you know?
No, we just got like the vice president of hell. Like, yeah, we got to start at level 3 this time, but when the bad guy's the vice president of hell, we don't have that much of a chance, like.
Yeah, right. Like, I gave you cool swords and 20,000 gold. What did you think was gonna happen?
Yeah, thanks for the +2
I just
sword.
did- Yeah, die.
You need a +3 weapon or better to hit.
Yeah. Like, that's why I said, Dave, there's scales of this. Like, there's, like, you can have really bad guys who are going to do a lot of damage, and then there's you.
Yeah, you think
Yeah.
that sword's cool? Just you wait until it does nothing, mate.
Well, you know, if you'd gone after the parents like I assumed you would have been ripping them to shreds.
I just had to think about who was the most evil, like, in the moment.
Yeah, no, for sure. I put it, the goal was the full reveal of Yating, but through the lens of, like, she stood up to help us and to protect innocent people. You know what I mean?
I really liked the earlier scene with Yating where we saw her in that it slightly changed in a different light. That was cool, like.
Yeah, I really want her to be, you know, like, complicated. Not to say that you can't just go, it doesn't matter, she's evil. Like, that's fine, that's what paladins do. But I do want it to be complicated, at least from the player side.
So later in the day, we just hear, "Hear ye, church full of slaughtered people and no funeral home to take the bodies."
That snake lady is pregnant. Don't talk to me about complicated.
Yeah,